Good morning, good evening, good day, whatever it is, wherever you are. Welcome to Shop on TV with me, Rob Locke, with an E. I have a question for you. How would you like to save money right now or in the next few minutes? More specifically, how would you like to save money, not just by the savings we have on our main product this evening, but by what the main product we have this evening can do for you? How would you like to potentially reduce all of the cleaning products that you're spending your hard-earned money on in the course of a week, a month or a year, and potentially even eliminate them completely just by making one purchase tonight? Well, take a look at this, because this is the power of steam. That is water, but it will soon become steam because it goes into our modular steam cleaning system. So no chemicals are needed whatsoever. You put on a pad and away you go. Now this is the rectangular head. You get other head attachments and other accessories as well that are included as extras, and it leaves your floors bone dry. No matter what it is, not only is the steam going to help to dislodge dirt, but it is also going to help to sanitize. It is also going to help to deodorize. It is killing up to 99.9% of germs. And here is the clever part. The patented technology means that the boiler is actually in the head. So within 25 seconds, it heats up to 130 degrees. And at the point of contact where the cloth touches the floor, it is a massive 100 degrees. It is, as far as we know, the only portable steam mop that has that technology in it because it's patented. It goes under things, it goes around things, it goes everywhere you need it to go, and all you have to do, remove the heads or the mop heads that are included, throw them in the washing machine, and you're ready to go. Now this is the rectangular attachment that we also include. You can see how modular it is and how you can very quickly go from one to the other. This is going to allow you to do your carpets. It's going to allow you to do your flat surfaces. It's going to allow you to do your shower screens, your tile, your lino, and all manner of other things. There's even a carpet attachment that will stop the microfiber cloth from ruffling, whatever that word is, when you do it on your carpets. This is amazing for getting rid of pet odors. It is amazing for getting rid of pet hair. You can use it on any kind of sealed wood, indoors or out. Use it on your UPVC windows. And it has three modes. It has an eco mode, which is using reduced electricity and reduced water for just a little spring clean. If you put it onto standard mode, then your tougher dirt, that's going to get rid of that. And then if you really need a powerful amount of steam for things like area rugs and carpets and so on and so forth, or those really tough stains, then that's what that's for. And yes, we give you two extra rectangular heads, two extra triangular heads, all of that in two unique packages for an amazing price. Oh, there we are. Well, we'll look at it again later. Now normally, I don't know if you can, oh you can see, normally that is all you get. The rectangular head is an extra, plus the rectangular mop, the microfiber accessories and the extra two rectangular ones. It normally sells for £199 as a bundle, but our price is where was the drum roll? $99.99. Not only that, we have cornered the market on this. That is a market-beating price. You won't find it anywhere cheaper, as far as we are aware. And also, we have access to all of the remaining stock that exists in the country. And once that's gone, we don't even know if it will come back. But for right now, we've got a decent amount to go around. It is an incredible product, and of course, to show us more about it, we have an incredible demonstrator. Ladies and gentlemen, the Queen of Clean, it's Bev Hare.
Hey.
Hi Bev, how are you, my lovely?
I'm very well,
come on
thank
in.
you.
Or shall I come to you?
I'm working with you, so I'm
Yay,
fine. Thank
I know.
you. Hello, everybody.
Right, what does it do? I mean, what more does it do?
Well, different concept completely to your normal cloth. We've all had the steam mops that we've brought and they've wet the floor too much, and they've done a little bit of a job and then they've broken probably 3 months.
And also they haven't been killing germs because most of the time all of the actual boiler's in the handle, and by the time it gets to the floor it's not hot enough to kill anything.
Absolutely.
This solves that problem,
So, 18 years in the making.
Wow.
Yes, okay. Home Tech's been going since 2004, so they've been going a long time. 18 years in the making to develop a steam mop that could produce the amount of heat that's needed to kill 99.9% of all the germs that you've got in your home.
Amazing.
Okay?
Well, up to, I suppose, technically.
Well, up to, yes. Now, simple. Heat up time, 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Good to go, okay? Normal tap water inside there. You don't need to buy anything fancy.
But what about if you're in a hard what do you call it?
Well,
water area.
Water area. That's where it becomes really technical. They have a filter in there, so when you put the normal tap water in there, as I say, no filtered water or anything like that, just normal tap water, what it does, it filters out the impurities of limescale and things like that before it gets to the boiler.
Right.
So once it's filtered everything out, the thing that gets down into the boiler is just pure water.
Because this here is actually an anti-calc cartridge,
That's it.
isn't it? Which
Absolutely.
are replaceable, and I gather one, depending on how hard the water is in your area. If it was really, like in London, really hard water, up to 6 months, something like that, roughly?
Yeah, probably longer. It just depends. I mean, really and truthfully, it's how long's a piece of string.
And we have replacement cartridges available as well. That's the only bit you need to replace, yes.
Yep, that's all that you need to do. So therefore, you heat up time, 20 seconds, and you're good to go.
Right, show us it in action, Bev.
Okay, so we've got it on turbo at the morning. We can see that dirt down there. So what I'm going to do, because this is what we tend to do at home.
Oh, okay, just one sec before you do it. We want to see it. We're going on top of it. Yeah. Can we see the dirt?
And we see, okay, you can see the
Okay,
steam
sorry,
as
one
well.
sec. There we go, right,
Oh,
good.
there we go. Look.
Oh, that's a very poor demonstration.
It is very poor. Poor. Right, stubborn stains, just hold it over a few seconds, okay?
Because it's gone.
Absolutely.
Tile, lino, carpet, hard
floor.
floor.
But if you notice, I like the triangle ahead because you can get right into those corners.
Yes.
Right, so easy to manoeuvre.
It's also sanitising and helping to clean your grout as well as the tile, isn't it?
Everything, absolutely everything. Now, I'm not going to do this bottom half because I think we clean with our eyes. We look and think, oh, I'll get that mark off.
Well, it's already clean, isn't it?
Yeah. But I'm going to show you this bottom part now.
Okay.
This is the dirt that you can't see. This is going back to this 99.9% up to...
I gather we're going to turn the lights off. I'm not sure. So, okay, let's take the lights off then, shall we?
We're going to do the CSI.
Ooh. This is CSI Shop on TV.
I saw you as a body on a
NCIS. I wasn't just a body. I got killed first.
Oh, did you? Oh, I didn't see that bit.
That's blooming cheek.
I thought, I know that body. Anyway, look, as you can see, this is the dirt we can't see. Now, that could be chicken juices, that could be cat or dog who's, had an accident.
It's biological contaminant.
Absolutely. We could have...
Of some kind.
This could be a sneeze, even. So you want to sanitise it.
Yeah.
But don't put chemicals on because all you're doing is really moving it around. You can see how fast this is to manoeuvre around. It's so lightweight, so easy, yet so effective.
Well, this is the thing. Look, you can get the really big steam cleaners, and they're great. They have a canister.
Absolutely,
but the fact is to have something this is only, it's just slightly less than 2 kilograms. So it's lightweight, portable. It's great if you have dexterity issues and things like that. If you're wheelchair bound and so on and so forth, you can do all your steam cleaning as well. It really is the only portable steam mop that we're aware of that has, because it's a patent so nobody else can make it, that has the steam generator in the actual head. That means that it's the only one we know of that is powerful enough to actually kill up to 99.9% of germs with the portability and the lightweight aspect.
See, what happens when you buy a normal steam mop, let's say? Your water's in here and so is the heating chamber. So what happens by the time that steam comes down the pipe and hits the floor, unfortunately, that's when you lose the temperature.
So the other steam mops, they may clean a
Yes,
decent amount,
a fair
but
amount.
not as well as this, and not with all of the sanitising.
Absolutely.
Because deodorisation is basically another form of sanitation, isn't it? Or
Absolutely.
sanitisation.
So
Look at this.
if you're using something that really is stubborn, I mean, this is tar that we've got down here.
Wow.
I mean,
boot
literally,
marks and-
yeah, it melts it.
Let's do the boot. Should we do this
Yep,
boot?
we will
But also,
do
you know,
that.
if you've got pets, if you've got dogs, and in this weather, they come in and they walk through the house.
Yes.
This not only is cleaning, but it's getting rid of the germs as well. Look at that. Now,
But-
this is actually not a wood floor. This is actually a, what do they call it?
Sealed
Vinyl.
wooden
Oh, this is a
floor.
sealed wooden floor.
This is
so
a
as
sealed-
long as it's sealed, that's the only thing we
Yeah,
need to know.
as long as it's a sealed wooden floor, you can use it. But if you notice, it's not over wet, that floor surface. Okay?
Yeah, yeah.
So let's think about a lot of floors. If you over wet them, you damage them, they become
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah.
If there's a lot of water down there, that means it's cooler than the steam should be.
Right.
And that way you're not sanitising that area.
Well, that's the other thing, because in the other steam mops, if they're heating at the head, by the time it goes down the pipe, a lot of it's
It drops down
condensation,
to
and then the
about-
water
yeah.
goes on your floor.
It drops down
None
to
of that
about
with this.
50 degrees.
Right.
This one starts at 130 and it finishes up at 100 degrees. So it finishes up at steam.
It is 651541. Did I just hear a quarter of the stock is in baskets? Blimey, how long have we been on the air? 10 minutes? I knew this was going to happen. This is absolutely one of, I mean, actually, I would say personally, it is the best. I can't even call it a steam mop because it's a complete steam system because of the modular heads, which we'll get more into later. If you were to go and look for it anywhere else, and you're more than welcome to, but you will be wasting your time though. Now, advancedhomewares.co.uk, that is actually the manufacturer's website, $199.98. Now, on buy, I've got it for $179.90, decent. Amazon have it at $179.95. And that is for the bundle. So that is for the same bundle that we're offering. We have it for £99. Remember, you don't normally get the rectangular head. You just get the, you just get the triangular head. We give you the rectangular head. We also include 2 additional microfiber rectangular mop heads and also 2 additional microfiber rectangular mop heads. You get the filling water bottle. You get everything you need. In fact, there it is. So you get the anti-calc cartridge system. They, again, in a really hard water area, you might be talking about up to 6 months, it may be longer. But if you want replacements, they're on the website right now. The mains cord holder with a 5-metre cable, the connector tube even. You've got the triangular mop head, the rectangular mop head, as I said, the carpet glider, which allows you to sanitize and deodorize your carpets, the water filler bottle, as I mentioned, and also the 2 replacement mop pads. But that's 2 rectangular and 2 triangular. So actually, it's actually 4 replacement mop pads. I made those graphics. I should have actually thought of that when I did it, but never mind. So all of that for half price. You may. Obviously, On Buy and Amazon have got it. They have a certain amount of stock. I don't know how much stock they've got. The rest of the stock, we have ring-fenced for you. And now 1/3 of it is in your baskets. If you don't buy it now, if you don't check out and pay for it right now, you may miss out. We've been on the air 10 minutes and already 1/3 of the stock has gone, which means that by that reckoning, in 20 minutes, it may have sold out. Can you dance? Do you sing? We can do some karaoke machine on standby, please. That's my dream, to be left with nothing to sell, and then I'll just entertain you. Right, Bev, let's do more.
Right.
And if you've got any questions you want to ask, studio@shopontv.co.uk.
Right.
Here's what we're going to show the animation.
Okay,
This is how it
fine.
all works. Yeah. So here it is. All you've got to do is fill it up with water, and again, all the components, this is how you get them. It all comes in the box that obviously you just snap it together. Very, very simple to do. A little twist of the wrist and it's all good to go.
All good to go. Also, you've got a comprehensive owner's guide, so it tells you step by step if there's anything that you need to know.
Yes.
There's your cartridge.
There's the cartridge.
Yep.
Easy to unscrew it and screw in another one in. It's as simple as that.
Yep. So
How do you know when the cartridge has run out?
Because it will change colour. And
Does it?
also, there is on the end of here a cartridge reset. So when you put it back in, you press that button and it's ready to go again.
It's ready to go again.
But yes, it changes colour.
Plumes of steam everywhere it goes. And again, any hard surface, as long as it is sealed. So you wouldn't use it on bare wood.
No, not at all.
But you would use if it's been varnished or something like that.
But you wouldn't bare wood anyway.
Well, no, precisely.
So therefore you would do it. But don't forget, super dry heated steam. You're not over-wetting it, but what you are doing is sanitising that floor surface. But you know what I like best out of this, Rob?
Please.
Is the fact is that it's got the two different heads, that it can be modular, if you like.
Yes, yes.
Now, they are in the process at the moment for you to be able to buy a polishing head. They're in the process of manufacturing one of those.
Are they?
So you will be able to add to this as the time goes on, and they'll bring out different heads. You'll just keep this part to it.
Yes.
Like you would with a pole.
So we'll just, as the new heads come in, we just bring them to you. You can just twist them on and you're good to go.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Very simple, little button at the bottom. Just slide it on and then you unscrew it and pull that off. That's all you need to do to get it to. Because then you can utilise it onto different things to be able to do your upholstery.
Upholstery, yeah.
You can also do high up if that you want.
Can you do TV screens?
I wouldn't do TV
No, okay,
screens.
fine.
No, it's too hot.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
I want you to look. That's not dripping.
No,
Okay?
look at that.
Because what happens is you've got the boiler at the bottom, which is producing that superheated steam.
Yes.
Not at the top, so it hasn't got time to cool down and condensate.
And this is what Home Tech did. They tried to solve the problem. They went, well, we all know how convenient a mop is, right? And we all know how convenient other steam mops are. But as we've said, the problem with other steam mops is that the boiler is at the top, and by the time the steam gets down to the business end, it's around 50 degrees, which is okay to assist with light cleaning, but not necessarily, actually nowhere near enough to be able to actually kill germs and to sanitize and deodorize. That's why they came up with the idea of, well, why don't we put the boiler in the business end? It is patented. Also, the anti-calc system, those cartridges are also patented. So that means that you're not ruining your machine, because the anti-calcification happens before the water goes through into the boiler. So you're maintaining the life of your boiler. That's why it's got a 2-year guarantee. It's half price. Now, can I just Bev, if you don't mind, I just want to say to everybody
Yes,
here,
absolutely.
have a think for a moment, how much money, honestly, in all earnest, how much money do you spend on cleaning products? Maybe you've got a floor cleaner, maybe you've got a tile cleaner, maybe you've got a glass cleaner, maybe there's a cleaner for the kitchen, there's a cleaner for the bathroom, maybe there's a special cleaner for lime scale on things like your showers and whatnot, your shower, the cubicles or the glass screens. I mean, how much money do you spend? I can tell you this, I think the last time I looked, now this is approximate, and I'm not, please don't quote me on this, but I have heard that as much as £400 a household will spend. Have you heard that? You've heard that as well, Bev, haven't you? How much a household spends on cleaning products every year?
£50
Between £350 and £400 a year, right? So that's what Bev just said. I know you couldn't hear her, but I was just asking her. You don't need to spend that anymore. Or maybe there are certain specialist cleaners you do still need that this doesn't cover, but you might be able to knock that down to a fraction of what it is. For a lot of households, if you're just doing carpets or hard floors, you're doing tiles, you're doing hard surfaces in the kitchen and what have you, in the bathroom and such, you could potentially completely eliminate the bill, the annual bill for all of those cleaning products, not to mention the fact that you're not using chemicals. So it's kid-friendly, it's pet-friendly, it's human-friendly, it's it's everybody-friendly, it's environment-friendly, in the sense that you're not using any chemicals. This is, honestly, this is I think about the best deal we've done yet. £99, half price, cornered the market for you at the lowest price and with the majority of the stock in the entire United Kingdom. Ready to go with more?
Absolutely.
You've got to check out.
What I want you to do now is look at the floor, the black floor.
Yes, yes.
Because I think a lot of people, we tend to use the chemicals and we think to ourselves, is our floors are starting to look quite dull.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, we could have done with one of those squeezy things.
Oh, we haven't got a squirrel.
No, we haven't got a squeezy thing, so I'll have to do it like this.
Right.
Okay.
There might be a mop thing. We'll have a look.
Yeah.
See what
Okay.
we can get.
So, literally, you're cleaning with dirt, because you are pushing that dirt around that floor surface. We've all done it. Now, the only time a mop is sanitising is when you take it out the packet. Once you've used it, put it in the water, you're transferring dirt to that surface.
Plus, also, it takes ages to dry, and when it does, you get watermarks.
Yeah, absolutely. And unfortunately, it dries dull because of the chemical you've used, but not...
And sticky sometimes as well because of the chemical you use.
Absolutely. So if you're walking on it like you feel like a package of crisps is underneath, now I am using that.
We are almost at half the stock spoken for.
Now you can see in one pass over, that's actually drier than the floor, okay? Now, how easy is that to glide over that surface? So we are sanitising every inch of this floor because of the temperature of what is created at the bottom of this particular unit.
Look, can I just say, any intelligent person, and all the people watching know this because they are intelligent people.
Of course.
Who doesn't use a mop? I mean, probably everybody. Some people may get down on their hands and knees and wash with a cloth.
Oh, yeah.
Right? We can all understand and appreciate the benefit of a mop, but we also understand and appreciate the downsides of a mop.
Yeah.
You use them once, they're filthy. As you say, they smell, they go musty, you're spreading germs around.
You put them outside, you to dry, because you don't want to smell them inside. It's just not a sanitised way. And if you use a chemical and you've got pets, they absorb things through the paths of their pores. So if you're someone who likes to use bleach, that's being absorbed.
Well, what if you've got a toddler or a little baby who's crawling around on the floor and putting their fingers in their mouths?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know that it's something that is not really good. You know what I mean? So this is going to help with that. We can all understand how a steam mop is a great idea.
Yes.
But the reason that they haven't always been everybody's choice is because they weren't capable of killing germs at the head end. This one, as far as we know, we think it's the only one that does it right. It does. Yes. So once again, all you've got to do is fill it with water. As simple as that. Then you put on one of the microfiber heads. There's like a hook and eye system that lets you do that, very simple. And then away you go. 25 seconds to heat up to 130 degrees. The triangular mop head allows you to get into all the nooks and crannies, and the floors, they are left dry after just a few seconds. If you've got really, really tough dirt that is ground in, whatever it may be, if you get a spill of something, I mean, it could be honestly anything from a kitchen spill, sticky sauces, the kind of rubbish that builds up around by the where your cooker is, kind of thing. This is going to help to get rid of that. Well, it's not going to help, it is going to get rid of that. If you walk in with muddy boots, if you've got kids who go out and play at the park or something and come back and they tread footprints all the way up your hallway, get out your steam mop. You're not having to get a big machine out. You can honestly plug this in, put some water in it, and you're good to go. It will reach all the way down low. It will also reach all the way up high. And all you've got to do is take that off, put it in the washing machine, and it's good to go again. So remember, you're actually getting a total of 3 triangular, but you also get this, the rectangular head that's included in the bundle. All you do is unscrew one, and then you screw the next one in. And this also will do your bigger flat surfaces as well. You just clip onto the microfiber cloth onto it, and again you get a total of 3 of those as well. Again, sanitising all of your work surfaces. Instead of using bleaches, did you know, a lot of people don't know this, when you spray bleach onto, or a cleaning product onto your kitchen surfaces, read the instructions, because it actually says how many seconds you're supposed to leave that spray before you wipe it off. I believe the average is about 7 seconds. Whoever does that. Whereas this steam is instantly, or as close to instantly as possible, it is killing up to 99% of germs. You've got the standard, the eco mode for light work, you've got the standard mode for tougher stains, and the turbo mode for those really hard things. Also, if you've got a very expensive rug, obviously make sure that it, do a little patch test, then you could use it to, even on the eco mode, to clean your area rugs. You get the whole package, the whole kit and caboodle for a Shop on TV exclusive price that you will not get anywhere else in the UK of £99. It's half off our price, half off the manufacturer's price. On Buy have got it at £179.90. Amazon have got it at £179.95. That's probably a discounted price from £199.98 or £199.99. So we have not only the best price in the country that we're aware of, but we have the lion's share of the stock. If people did go to Amazon or On Buy and buy this, I don't know how much stock they've got, but I'm sure it's not that much.
No.
We have literally said, right, we're going to do this as an exclusive for this price, half price on Shop on TV, just for our ITV1 customers. And once that sells out, it probably will never be seen again. Now, we'll always continue to restock the cartridges, the replacement cartridges, and we will also bring you new heads as they come.
You'll
but the
see
actual
the mop.
machine itself,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
once the mop's gone, it may never come back. You
Well,
never
it
know.
may never come back,
No.
but I mean, the mop will still be manufactured. The
Yeah.
thing is, you won't see this price.
Oh, well, that's,
again.
yes, exactly.
That's
exactly.
the main thing.
Yeah.
You won't see this.
Yeah, we have a question, Bev.
Oh, okay.
Danielle would
Danielle.
like to know. She says, happy evening.
Oh,
Hi,
happy
Danielle.
evening, Danielle.
Will this clean her walls on the
Yes.
paintwork?
Now, if you've got gloss, Danielle, that's absolutely fine. We appreciate that if it's sort of emulsion and you've got this temperature of steam, you will start to remove the emulsion. But if it's a gloss, then you're absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Now, you can also strip wallpaper.
I was just
with
going to say, can you strip wallpaper
Yes,
with this?
you can.
It's a blooming
So-
wallpaper stripper as well.
Yes, you can strip wallpaper with
Yeah.
this.
So don't use it on your painted walls
No,
because it will
don't
take the
use
paint
it.
off.
No.
That's how good it is, you know. But
Yeah.
if you want to get if you want your wallpaper off,
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, you've got more power in this one than you would have in a wallpaper strip because it's a hotter temperature.
so if you went and
So-
rented a wallpaper stripper for, you know, this would actually be hotter than
This
that.
is hotter than that because your wallpaper strippers start off as a boiling point, 100 degrees, but then it cools down by the time it comes through the unit.
Right, because this
Remember,
is the,
this
this
is
is the boiler's
heated
in the
from
head.
the bottom, so this comes out at
Well-
130 and settles at 100.
Is it going to burn your carpets?
No, it's not going to do any damage because that's the big thing. That's what they're patented, I should say. Well, not say painted, they're shoes, aren't they? Patented is the fact that the boiler has been tested to be able to use it on all floor surfaces as long as it's your sealed wooden floors and you won't do any damage. Now, this carpet that we've got down here, I want to just to show you the pad.
We almost, sorry, Bev. Are we at half stock on allocated now? Oh, actually, two-thirds of the stock has actually been allocated. We're only a third of the stock that's free and remaining at the moment. You've got,
Yeah,
well, if
check
you want
out.
it, you've got to check out. You've got to pay for it. Now, can I just say, if there's anything standing in your way, if you're on a mobile phone and you're having difficulty for whatever reason confirming your order, if you can get to a laptop, then do that. Worst case scenario, if all else fails, just call 03333 241 241 and you can pay for it over the phone. All major credit cards are available. It's just one of those things. It does what it says on the tin. It might look too good and sound too good to be true, but this is the purpose of our shopping show, to bring you the best products that we can at the best prices we can with the best service we can. You can be cleaning up your home. And listen, I tell you what, that £99.99, you're not spending that now on a mop. You're not. What you're doing is you're not spending it in the future on cleaning chemicals, because that £99.99 in the next 2-3 months for bigger households, maybe in the next 6 months for smaller households, it's money you're going to spend anyway on loads of different bottles of chemicals, which also take up a lot of room in your cupboard. So you can reclaim space, and you can spend the 99 now. It's like an upfront payment on what you won't have to buy later. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, because
But you've got to buy it now.
let's just say that you buy the wipes, you know, the
Yes,
disposable wipes. You probably say, well, I'll probably buy one packet a week, which is not difficult, is it?
People
That's-
don't use those correctly. Did you know that?
well,
Because
no.
if you look on the instructions, no one does this.
Oh, right.
If you use sanitising wipes, look at the surface area. It says that and it's usually like a foot by a foot.
Right.
And again, you have to go over it for a certain number of times. It's on the instructions in very small print.
So therefore
Most-
you're using twice as many.
Yeah.
So that is
Not doing the job.
£52 a year
Yeah.
just on those alone. So therefore you put it into context of how much this is.
Yes, Steve has a question. Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, Steve.
Is it robust enough to use on decking? As long as it's sealed decking, absolutely.
As long as it's sealed decking,
yeah,
yeah, absolutely. Because the thing is, you have got a metal pole, it's not plastic. You've also got a special kind of fastening here, which is jointed,
Yeah.
so that makes it more flexible. Also with these, I mean, the quality of the actual heads
Oh, they're
are
so well
second
made.
to none, which they've got to do to be able to produce the steam at the base.
Yes.
But also what I would suggest is to get some extra cloth, Steve, because believe me, you're going to clean it and clean it. And just think to
And we
yourself,
have extra cloths, we have extra
and
heads
you just
on the
throw them in
website.
the washing machine. Don't
Yeah.
put any fabric conditioner on because it stops absorbency.
Yes, but you can
Okay?
use this on your patio furniture. I mean, when was the last time you sanitised your patio, your tabletop?
Yeah.
You can use it on your UPVC windows outdoors, on the UPVC and the windows themselves.
Absolutely, yeah.
Also indoors. You can use it on any glass,
Tiles.
mirrors, tiles.
Showers.
Any hard surface that you can contact with that. You can even run, I don't know whether the rectangular or the square would, or the triangular would be
Whatever's
better.
easiest for you.
Swish it around your bathtub.
Yeah, also,
Okay,
you can put
we're
this
almost
onto
at a
the
sellout
mattress.
situation. If you don't check out now, you're going to miss it. Look, you can see why. It's blooming good, isn't it? It's only 99 quid. We don't have, I'll be honest, I'll be up front, at the moment, we don't have interest-free payments on this. We will have those coming soon, hopefully. At the moment, we don't, but $99.99, put it on your debit card, however you're going to pay for it. I don't think it's going to break, hopefully, anyone's bank. But if you're going, oh, do I want to spend 100 quid now? I just ordered some shopping coming tomorrow for my son and me. I mean, barely anything, and it was 100 quid. You know what it's like, your weekly shop, and a lot of that might include bottles of chemicals, bathroom cleaner, tile cleaner, stainless steel cleaner, hard wood cleaner, glass cleaner, this and that. You have them all, don't you? That is money you reclaim. The minute you spend that $99.99, you could radically reduce the amount of chemicals that you need to buy or eliminate them completely. So it's money you're gonna spend anyway, so check out, because all you're doing is saying to yourself by not, if you think this is a great idea, and you can see the benefits, which again, anyone with eyes and any intelligent person can obviously, you know, it's pretty straightforward, isn't it? You know,
Absolutely. And I think
then you check out. Is what I'm trying to say.
absolutely. I mean, you've seen the cheaper mops. You know, we know that they don't last very long. They wet everything through and all the rest of it. So what you want now is the mop that all you're going to do is change it for a different head. So when they bring out that polishing one, you don't have to buy the whole thing again. You just clip a fresh head on.
And there will be new heads coming in the future.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Now,
go ahead.
just
Now,
have a look at the cloth.
Look at this. This has got a thing around the outside.
Yeah, this is the carpet glider.
You get
okay?
that? That's included.
You get that? That's all included.
Is that to help it glide over carpets?
Yes, it is. But also your mattress.
Oh, your Does it
Yes.
help to kill the
Yes.
what do you call it? The dust.
Well, let's face it, if it's over 100 degrees, you know, if they
Steam
survive...
denatures their poo, doesn't it? Which is the poo is the irritant.
That's what
So this could help potentially
Yes.
contribute
Oh,
to
yeah.
less allergy
Absolutely.
reactions.
Curtains, you can use it on.
Oh, I thought you were saying that to me.
Yeah.
Curtains, Rob.
Well, as I say,
So I'm
I still haven't got over the body, I
a
saw.
school child.
I thought, oh, poor man. I was only working with him yesterday.
Oh, no.
He was on the slab. Right, so what we're going to do is deodorise and sanitise. Now, because you're working at higher temperature, what it's doing, it's releasing all the odours that's trapped down there. So if you've got someone in the home that smokes, this will neutralise odour. Also, if you've got pets, you will never have a pet smell in the room because it will neutralise any
Because
odours.
odours are particles, aren't they? So
Yeah.
once the steam denatures them, the odour goes away.
Absolutely. But if you notice, the steam's not puthering out through the side.
But also, doesn't steam help to sort of break static? So if you've got
Yep.
pet hair,
Pet
in
hair,
the carpet,
it will help to pick
it will
up.
stick to the
Yep.
microfiber.
Your hair, anything like that. These
Hairsprays
microfiber
and
cloths
things.
are like fine strands of hair.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. Oh, you see? Now,
Look at that! You wouldn't have even known it.
see?
Now that's a brand new floor we just bought.
That's a brand new
That
floor.
wasn't dirtied up. That's just
No.
what was in there from
But
transit.
can you see also
Oh yeah.
the hair that's stuck on there from the other carpets that we've had down. It's got caught into it. So that's a good point about your static.
Yeah.
But because there's no transference of dirt, okay,
So you're not wiping that dirt onto another
onto this
surface.
one,
Yeah.
no. So therefore, because of the static charge, it holds it in place.
Right.
So we're just going to take the carpet glider off.
Yeah. And this instead of having a Velcro type system, it's just a clip either side.
Yep, absolutely. So this just sits
So you
straight
can do
on
your
there.
bathrooms, you can do your kitchens, you can do your hard floors all with the same
Anything.
head.
Yeah, or any. But what I'm trying to show you here is it's not over wetting
No.
this floor surface.
But also you're
And on
cutting,
black tiles you would see.
you're cutting a stroke as well, because normally if you do spritz it with something, then you
Yeah.
have to wipe it down to clean it,
Yeah,
and then you have to
dry
dry
it.
it.
Yeah.
Whereas this does it all in one go. So it cuts your
Absolutely.
cleaning time down as well.
Also, what
Yeah,
about your
shelves.
worktops?
Yeah.
You can use it on your worktops. You can use it on your kitchen cupboards. You can
You
use
said
it on
curtains,
your
didn't you?
tiles.
Yeah, yeah. Net
On-
curtains as
yeah,
well.
net
Eco mode for net curtains, would you say?
Sorry. Yes, you
mode?
can do. Shall I show you what
What,
they
what do the
they
different
are?
modes
Right.
do in terms of the amount of water consumption and
Right.
and temperature?
This is your on and off button, okay? So
Yeah.
when you put it on and off button, it naturally will go back to its normal level,
Yes.
okay? It always does that. So that's for all floor surfaces. If you want to use the turbo one for heavier stains, okay? Also, we have an eco button. Now the eco button will reduce the consumption of the amount of water that you use.
Yeah.
But it does not reduce the temperature, which is the most
Ah,
important.
right. Now that's a good point. So I made a mistake. Yes, because if you reduce the temperature, it doesn't kill the germs anymore.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the point.
That's the
And
point.
this is what I've spent all these years trying
Bev,
to
I'm
say.
sorry. I'm so sorry. It looks like we've still got a couple of problems with your microphone. We do
Oh, right.
apologise.
Oops.
Do you need Bev to step out for us? Oh no, oh, we're
I'll
fine. Oh,
go.
apparently we're fine. Okay, fine.
Oh,
I
we're
just want to
fine?
now look. I want to say, if you do just the phone rings or you know your delivery man or person comes, and you just drop it down, it doesn't matter because it doesn't need an auto cut-off because the boiler only activates when you press the button. Right?
Absolutely.
So you
Yeah.
have that as a safety feature too. Ladies and gentlemen, okay, more questions. Let's answer some questions, shall we? Can you
Yes.
can you clean a
Yes.
carpet with animal fluids on it? Absolutely.
Yes.
In fact, that's one of the reasons you'd buy it.
Yeah,
That was from
absolutely.
Faye. Thank you, Faye.
Hi, Faye. Yeah, that's no problem, Faye. Just use it with your carpet glider on. Just keep going. Hold the steam over the particular offending area for a few seconds because it will break down that bacteria that's created.
Would you need to vacuum up if it's a
Oh,
real
you
puddle
always
of
vacuum
stuff?
first
So
before
if
you
you need a wet vac to take out the worst of it, but then the steam will penetrate and will deodorise
Yes,
and
and it
sanitise.
also stops the animals reoffending in that area because you are actually destroying the scent so they can't smell where to go back.
Now we had a question: is it battery operated or do you plug it in? No,
No.
it's mains operated.
Main operated. And
It's a
you've got-
5-metre cable, so yes, all right. If you're going to do the car upholstery,
Yes.
you do need an extension cable, but
You do.
You know,
You've got your 5 metres.
I don't think you could get 130 degree steam on a set of batteries unless it was a really big.
You
It'd be
can't.
so heavy you wouldn't want to carry it
you can't.
around.
No, this is the thing. This is why you haven't got any cordless mops yet.
Now I'm told what we're trying desperately because remember I said that we literally. We ring fence all the stock that was left in the UK that hadn't already been given to those two other retailers. What are we now? Just coming up to 1 o'clock in the morning. We're desperately trying to see if we could, because we basically released a third of the stock for tonight, and then we were going to do 2 other shows with a third of the stock and a third of the stock. It's going so quickly that we're actually trying to see if we can pull forward some of the stock from future shows. If we can't do that, as of right now, we are almost limited stock. And that means that if you don't check out now, this go round, you will miss it. Now, I want to just reiterate to you, in all earnest, honestly, we are on ITV1 right now, okay? Shop on TV is ITV's, if you like, it's ITV1's shopping show, midnight or late night shopping show. So what we're telling you here, you can absolutely trust, because it's ITV, you know, whose airwaves we're on, that everything we're telling you is accurate and correct. So you can absolutely trust that if you go into retail, if you go to the manufacturer's website, it's actually it's £199.98. So we've got it at a penny more for our usual price. That's what it normally sells for all day long. We have it on buy, have it at $179.80. You can go look on buy right now if you want to. Go right ahead. Go to onbuy.com. They're a great company. We're not knocking these other companies at all. That's a very reasonable price. Amazon.co.uk, you may have heard of them. They have it for $179.95. Now, even, all right, I don't know what their P&P situation is. We're $6.95, and by the way, that $6.95, it's actually $4.95 capped. So you'll only ever pay $4.95 as a capped P&P on all of your accessories. But there's £2 extra for this because it's a big, bulky, heavy. Well, it's not heavy, but it's a big and bulky purchase. So it's $6.95 for the package. But if you put other items that are normally $4.95, there's no additional postage and packing charge. So if let's say you put that and you put a couple of extra cartridges in your basket and you put some extra pads in your basket, it's still going to be $6.95 P&P. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Even with that, that would put us at what, 105 quid? 106 quid? We have the majority of the UK stock. Once that stock is sold out, there won't be any more for a very, very long time, as far as we're aware. And also, this price, we can only keep this price either while the stocks last or legally only for, I think it's a maximum of 4 weeks. And then it goes up to $199.99 again. It has to. So in other words, this is probably going to sell out. This will probably sell out tonight, the stock we have tonight. If we do get to do the other 2 shows, all the stock that exists in the UK that isn't already with Amazon and OnBuy will be gone. And then it will be a long time before any more is available. And it won't be available at that price. So when is now the best time to buy? The answer is now. But you've got to check out. Because if you don't give us your money, we can't give you the product. That's not how commerce works, and you know it. Seriously, be with you in about 3 to 5 days. We'll give you a delivery estimate when you purchase. Now, we had some more questions. Rendering.
Rendering?
Yeah, will it work on rendering? Mouldy rendering. A mouldy tile. Rendering's rough, isn't it?
It is. To be honest, I mean, you know me, I don't tell any lies. I'm not sure. I've never, ever tried it on rendering.
But do you know what I'd say?
I would.
Don't rub the cloth up and down the rendering. It'll tear it. But you could hold it still and let the steam do the. Maybe will help.
Because it will remove mould that's in your shower.
Yeah.
But obviously, I've never tried it on the rendering.
And lime scale. Get rid of lime scale.
Oh, lime scale. Yeah, absolutely fantastic for that. In fact, I'll tell you what. A bit of a tip: if you've got lime scale around the bottom of your shower, just put some lemon juice, cut a lemon in half and just rub it round. Yeah. Leave it for about 20 minutes and then use your steam mop, and the steam will actually help to break it up a lot quicker.
Remember, this has 2 patents, right? It's got a patent on the heads. It's the only steam mop that we know of that actually has the boiler in the head. That means that as soon as you press the button, the trigger, it activates the boiler in the head. 25 seconds gets you up to 130 degrees steam. By the time it hits the floor, it's going to be 100 degrees. So you fill it with water. It's very simple. Tap water. And because you may have very, very hard water in your area, not a problem, because it's got the anti-calc cartridges, which even in a really, really, really ridiculously hard water area will last you probably more than 6 months. And then you replace the cartridge. That's patented as well. That's why you can use, no matter where you are, you don't have to buy filtered water or iron water or anything special like that. And because the water goes through the anti-calc system before it gets to the boiler, it means that the boiler doesn't get calcified. And so the boiler is able to last for a very, very long time, which is why we're able to give you the 2-year warranty. The triangular head is amazing for getting into all the corners, the nooks and the crannies. All that. Now that last shot right underneath your hob, where food gets spilled and splattered, great for that, for cleaning all of that. Muddy footprints, paw prints. If I tell you, around the office, this is great to have. If you have a hair salon, remember, it's because it is the only steam mop that we're aware of that will clean, not only clean, but kill up to 99.9% of bacteria, because other steam mops, the boiler is in the handle, and then you've got a long tube, and by the time the hot steam gets down to the business end, it's maybe around 50 degrees, which is not hot enough to kill germs. This steam mop is, because it's literally 130 degrees, and by the time it's then dispersed through the cloth onto your surface, it's at around 100 degrees, and that is hot enough to kill up to 99% of, as we said, germs, spores, mold, bacteria, that kind of stuff. Your cooker hood, your kitchen cabinets, when was the last time you cleaned the fascias on your kitchen cabinets? You probably used a chemical. Then you get more fingerprints, they get sticky. You can do it on your garden furniture, your patio furniture, your UPVC windows. Any hard surface that is flat or flattish that this will go up and down on, you can use it to clean. The only thing you don't use it on is untreated wood. Obviously, anything untreated. So you wouldn't use it on bare paint on your walls because it would take the paint off. But if you do use it with your wallpaper, it will take the wallpaper off. So only do that if you actually want to take the wallpaper off. There's the whole package. You do get, is it a total of 3? It's 3 pads, isn't it? Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. You get 1 included, and then we give you 2, I just wanted to make sure, 2 extra rectangular and 2 extra triangular. And bear in mind, of course, the actual rectangular head normally is separate. We've bundled them together. You get that included for half price. Okay, stock updates. Where are we at, Leslie? Is it almost gone? We're oversubscribed. If everyone checks out now, it's sold out. So we actually have, how many people are oversubscribed by? 50, oh, blimey, 75 people, 75 more people are trying to buy it. Sorry, she's got it wrong. Sorry, she did the maths wrong. 150 people, more people, are trying to buy it than we actually have stock left. So in other words, only 50% of you who check out now are going to be successful. So, and you might get beaten to the punch because there could be a million things in baskets, it doesn't matter. Our stock is only affected when somebody pays. So in other words, if you've got it in your basket and you don't check out right, and I mean now, then you may go to suddenly 5 minutes from now and go, you know what, yeah, I'll get it. I mean, what? Look, we've got a full refund policy. If you get it home and you change your mind, whatever, read the terms and conditions on the website. You can always get your money back. The fact is that you might go to buy it and it will just say, sorry, sold out. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to get more of the stock in tonight because we portioned it up for 3 shows. So it looks like if it goes tonight, you'll just have to wait till the next show. But bear this in mind, if we can get the other stock loaded, there are so many people trying to buy it now that they might go and buy that on the web before the next show. I don't even know if we'll get to another show. We may get to 1, but I don't know if we'll get to 2.
Yeah.
That's how, look.
Spring's coming.
Should we give everyone a chance to check out?
Yes, why not?
How would you like a chance to check out? We'll go over well, should we tell everyone how to order first? Let's do that. Is that possible? And then we'll show you an iron for a bit, and this will give you an opportunity to go and check out right now. Major credit cards, your money's safe. You're buying, from ShopOnTV, which is a partnership between with ITV1. Again, you are able to know that you can buy with confidence, buy with certainty. That this quality, when you get this home, it will exceed your expectations. I think you'll find it's better quality than you probably already imagine it is right now. So listen, this is how you buy. Go check out while we show you this. Thanks.
There are 3 convenient ways to place your order with ShopOnTV. Just scan the QR code with your smartphone's camera app to view the current on-screen item. Or go directly to our website, shopontv.co.uk, where you'll find all the products in today's show. Simply add the items you want to buy to your online shopping basket and check out. Prefer ordering by phone? Give our UK-based customer service centre a call on 03333 241 241. Friendly representatives are available to assist you 24 hours a day. Straightforward shopping with ShopOnTV. After you've ordered from ShopOnTV, we aim to deliver your purchases as quickly as possible. Postage and packing charges cover standard UK delivery, which is normally 3 to 5 working days, though depending on the carrier, you could receive your products sooner. Certain items may be offered with expedited delivery for a nominal extra charge. We'll give you a delivery estimate every time you place an order. Not going to be home or prefer to have your packages arrive at a different address? No problem. Just enter the destination information when you check out. Once you pay, it's on the way from ShopOnTV.
Keep up to date with all the latest news, information and special offers from ShopOnTV by following us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok and YouTube. You'll find us at ShopOnTV Live. Be a part of our fun community at ShopOnTV.
There are 3 convenient ways to place your order with ShopOnTV. Just scan the QR code with your smartphone's camera app to view the current on-screen item. Or go directly to our website, shopontv.co.uk, where you'll find all the products in today's show. Simply add the items you want to buy to your online shopping basket and check out. Prefer ordering by phone? Give our UK-based customer service centre a call on 03333 241 241. Friendly representatives are available to assist you 24 hours a day. Straightforward shopping with ShopOnTV.
Bev, by the way, we're back here with you on ShopOnTV. I do get very excited when I see a product that I know I love and I know it's amazing. I mean, frankly, all the things we bring here are amazing and they get me excited. But that steam mop, we're just waiting for the last handful to confirm. I don't think we're going to be able to get any more tonight. It's going to sell out. So if you don't check out, you will miss out. It's as simple as that. We'll go back to it until it does. But also, it just so happens that not only do we have what I consider to be the best steam mop that money can buy, and certainly it's the only one that we know of that kills the germs, at the head end, we also happen to have my favourite iron as well. This is, now there are some different models in the Polti range.
Yep, absolutely.
But the Vaporella is, I think, the best iron that money can buy. I've got one.
Absolutely. I mean, they actually invented the steam generating system back in 1978.
For dry cleaning companies,
Yeah,
didn't they?
yeah.
It was a professional thing.
But obviously the boilers were huge, and that's what Franco Polti wanted to do, is to make it smaller so you could use it in the home, for the domestic.
Well, that's why this basically can't be copied, because it's patented, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So the original boiler system that you get here, and when we say, if you're not familiar with what a boiler is, well, you know what a boiler is. Sorry, I can't quite see. Sorry, thank you. What was I saying? The technology in an iron is that it basically sucks in the water, heats it up under pressure.
Yes.
But it's a separate boiler to the tank, isn't it?
Exactly.
So it's not heating it up by it dropping on a hot plate, which is how a lot of the other irons.
No, and that's what causes a lot of spitting.
Yeah.
Water inside here, you've got 2 litres of water that's inside here, okay? And consequently, it takes it out of there and it puts it into the boiler at the back. That orders that in a few seconds.
Yeah.
The heat up time on this iron is 20 seconds.
Generator, that's the word I was looking for.
Generating.
I couldn't see it on the screen.
Generating steam. So therefore, you've got a very, very powerful iron. But not only that, this iron will cut down on your ironing time by 53%.
53%. How would you possibly know that, Beverly?
Because I've actually been down to the Weights and Measures place in London many, many years ago, and they gave me 3 identical piles of ironing, and we had other products, and I took the Polti down. And they timed me on each product to see how long it took me to iron the pile of ironing. And this one did it 53% faster. So if you iron for 4 hours a week, you can do that same amount of ironing in under 2.
I think, do you know, sorry, I don't normally air my dirty laundry here, but I think if we have mic problems, it might be the fan. We have a fan down here because it's so unconscionably hot.
Yeah.
So we'll take the fan, we'll have to take the fan away.
Yeah,
sorry.
well,
but it's making our mics bang and stuff like that. Sorry.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Just be expecting for me to be in a heap on the floor at any point in time. Right, now, how does it make your ironing a lot faster?
How does it make your ironing a lot faster?
So, denim, straight onto cotton, man-made, viscous, silks and georgettes.
But you haven't adjusted the iron at all?
Nope, not adjust the temperature whatsoever. It irons on a cushion of steam because the sole plate is 750 watts, where normal conventional irons are 2,000 to 3,000 watts of heat.
And you said a 2-litre tank.
Yeah.
So you've got to do some ironing. Do you know one of the things I love about this? I don't know if we can do it later. Towels, because you can iron about 85 towels. That's a slight exaggeration, obviously, but you can do so many layers.
You
in one
can do
go,
different
can't you?
layers.
Yeah.
But
got here then?
something like this, okay, which is cotton, which is quite badly creased. Now, normally we put water on this, don't we? We'd spray it to make it easy.
Well, no, actually, normally, because most irons just use a lot of heat, and then you press down.
Yes.
And you pay more for a heavy iron.
Yep,
And then they
because
don't really take the wrinkles out anyway. They just kind of
at all.
compress them slightly.
So what
This
I'm going to
eliminates
do
them,
is
yeah.
hold it with the finger and thumb, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to iron. Now, if you notice, Rob, the back of the iron is 360 degrees.
It's not wrinkling
right?
the fabric.
It's not wrinkling the fabric, because most irons are square at the back. What happens is, as you pull that iron back, you tend to ruffle the fabric, but not with this one, because it's curved all the way round.
Look at that.
So look.
Look,
at the
what do you want an
difference.
iron to do? You want it to take out the wrinkles. This is the iron that actually does it.
Exactly. So you've got that one. Now, you can guarantee the next one out of the ironing basket
Yeah, silk.
will be silk or satin
Yeah.
or something like
So
that.
you can do your negligee.
So you will, what you would do is you turn it round, because you wouldn't iron it on the satin side because of worrying it, burning it.
But you are ironing it on the satin side.
I am ironing it on the satin
Because
side.
this, I want you to understand, there's a different way of thinking here. You're not using the heat
Nope.
to do the ironing. You're using the steam. So that's why it's at a lower temperature than most irons.
Yeah,
And it's
absolutely.
literally gliding on a pocket of steam, isn't it?
Now, your sleeves.
Yeah.
I don't
I
like
hate
to see the line down
Oh,
the
yeah,
sleeve. Yep. Okay. So if you've got sleeves, get hold of the cuff and just hold it and just trap, because we're going to trap the steam in there. And then what you're going to do is put your iron on the inside. Oh, shake the steam through.
I love it.
And you've ironed the
I wish I'd
sleeve
known that a few years
side.
ago, because I hate doing sleeves. They're the
Oh, well,
hardest
there
part.
you go then.
Some people
You
need
can do
to
that.
actually buy a special sleeve
Yeah.
ironing board, don't they? Little sleeve
don't need
iron
to.
board. Yeah.
You do not.
By the way,
need-
we do have these ironing boards available. We don't have it in the. Am I looking at the right camera? Is that the 5? Yeah, yeah.
5.
We don't have the plain one. We only have the geometric pattern, and I think we've only got 4 of them. So, if you want one, best ironing board you'll buy, in my opinion.
I've had
It's
mine
so
10
this
years.
thing is so. Look at the tubular,
Yeah.
steel on there. It's solid.
Solid. You've also got this nice piece at the back, so therefore you can either sit your iron in or pile your iron in.
Well, it's
or
designed
whatever.
specifically for a
Which then
generator iron. Yeah.
You've got all the surface to iron with. But I've had my board like this for 10 years now. And there's
Oh,
no
it's-
rust or anything like that. If you notice the nice holes that's inside
Yeah,
there.
yeah. The holes, as you
because
can
you-
see,
yep.
because the steam's got to go through, otherwise it would wet the
Absolutely,
clothes. Yeah.
because there's nowhere to go. When you're using this amount of steam,
Yeah.
you have to have somewhere for that steam to pass through.
Honestly, brilliant. I love my ironing board. Sometimes
so
I take it to
easy.
dinner and tell it how much. I
See
love
how much you love it.
it. You can see me in a restaurant. There's me on one side, the ironing board on the other, sinking into a nice Pinot Grigio.
Oh, you like Pinot Grigio?
I like any wine.
Right.
Do you know? Ask me what my favourite wine is.
What?
Yes.
Yes, I was at
This is a bit creased. If only
Yes.
there was an iron that could tackle it.
Well, this is linen.
Oh, this is linen. No, you don't do linen.
Yeah, no, this is linen.
If
100.
you're about to go on safari to Africa, now you can go without your linen suits being all.
I don't know whether you'll see that. It's
Oh, I'll
a-
take your word for it.
It's 100% linen. Oops, sorry. 100% linen.
Is
that
there any
is.
fabric that you can't iron with this?
No, not at all. No.
Is there
But-
any fabric that you can iron that won't get good results?
No.
Can you get creases out of leather trousers?
You will not touch the leather, but you'll hold the iron. My leather trousers, I hold them about that far away, and then just spray the steam.
You can steam
and,
your leather
and get
trousers,
a
yeah.
cloth and just wipe it
Wipe it,
down.
yeah.
Because it just softens the.
I do that most of the time with my leather trousers anyway. But the other thing is that I have to say, when I came back to England in 2018 and I went to have something dry cleaned,
Yes.
I almost had a small coronary on account of I didn't realise how expensive it had
Yeah.
become to dry clean stuff.
Well,
But I don't do it half the time now because my suits, I just go over them with the iron because they deodorize. Because again, steam, hot enough to kill the germs and deodorize and sanitize.
120 degrees this one.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So therefore, not only will it get rid of the creases, you'll actually deodorize.
Great in the days when I
fabric.
used to smoke all the time and you could go to bars and people smoked in bars, and the next morning the stale smoke and the smell of the stale booze, you know, and the stale night's enjoyment clinging to every fibre in your clothes. And this iron is, sorry, did I go too far there? This iron is an absolute godsend.
I mean, look at that. I mean, I'll just do that half there, you can
I
see.
mean, look at that, yeah.
But yeah,
That's not to say you won't dry clean eventually.
Oh, yeah,
But, you know, you maybe
absolutely.
do it once every 6 goes.
Oh, that's it. You might decide, I mean, like...
If it sweats, this will honestly, makes light work of sweat.
Plus the fact is that, you know, you might have wore one particular aftershave and the next day you want
That's a
to
good
wear
point.
something
Or
else.
perfume, yes.
There you go. Also, trousers. Normally an absolute nightmare.
I do apologise if our microphones are playing around tonight. Sorry, we're having a couple of little technical issues. You know what it is? It's because so many people are trying to buy that steam mop. It's broken, it's broken everything.
Broken everything.
Broken Shop on TV. And I know it's broken me as a person.
Look at that. You see?
That is amazing. Paul, our director, said it's broken his soul. If I had one, it might very well have affected it too.
But yeah, I mean, you know, your vertical ironing, absolutely fantastic. And don't think, oh, you know, just because it's soft stuff, that it will. This is a cotton
I don't know
shirt.
if I've ever mentioned this on television, but I lived in LA for 10 years.
Just on the odd time, yeah.
For those who don't know me, and I'm not saying this to toot my own horn, but I genuinely was a working actor in Hollywood for over a decade. And if you go and look me up on IMDb, then you will find all of my many, many credits. But every time I was on set, and my costume was being prepared by the wardrobe department, they always used a vertical steamer. So now, by the way, can I say we've actually got, this is everything, it's everything tonight, isn't it? We have a queue on the telephones. If you are trying to get through on the telephones, I do apologise. There is, someone's tried 3 times, apparently trying to check out online as well. We're on it. We're just so busy, and we are aware of it, and we're trying to sort it out. We're very new to air, and we came to air very quickly, so we're still experiencing the occasional teething problem, and I do apologise profusely for that. However, we've got all the right people on it. Please do keep trying. Thank you. We are very appreciative of the fact that you wish to buy from us now, and we will do our best to sort out those technical issues. I'll let you know about the phone lines, and if you have any problems checking out on mobile, checking out on a laptop or a smart TV or a desktop computer, if you have any issues getting through on the phone lines, just email studio@shopontv.co.uk, studio@shopontv.co.uk, and let us know, and the minute you send it, we will acknowledge it. Leslie is amazing. If she's got time while she's telling me what to do, she will reply to your, that was my burger from earlier. She will reply to you. But yeah, just keep trying if you can. Give it 5 minutes on the phones, and then try again. Now here, what is the update on the steam mop, please, Leslie? So there are 350 people who have this in their shopping carts, and how many do we have left? Baskets, sorry. So how many have we got? There are 100. Okay, so we gave a completely different stock update last time. I'm confused. But apparently there are 100 left, and there are 350 people trying to buy it. So, in other words, 2/3 of the people who are trying to get it will miss out. So we'll go back to that in a moment. I don't even know what time it is. I've completely lost track. It's 1:15. So if you haven't seen the steam mop yet, if you've just tuned in, wait for a second. And actually, the iron, a quarter of the iron has gone as well. You gotta check out. You gotta go buy. Because if you don't, you're gonna say, "Oh my. Why didn't I check out when Rob told me to? He said I should have checked out, and I really didn't think I needed to, but then I didn't, and I was very upset when Rob was right in the end." It's not even. I'll get somebody to compose something better for me in future.
Do you want to have a lie down?
So, okay, our IT department are looking into all the issues right now. Stay with it. Please bear with us. We'll get you. If you want an iron, we'll get you an iron. If you want a steam mop, we'll get you a steam mop. I promise you. If I have to deliver it myself. Bev and I, what are you doing later?
Don't
Get
you
the
go-
van out.
Don't involve.
I told you we should always have a karaoke machine on standby. I have no problems. My dream is that we have nothing to sell and I just spend 2 hours entertaining people on ITV.
Well, yeah.
Some have asked, some have said, can you just not do the products one night and just
do that. Why don't
Yeah.
we do that?
I've tried for years to get on to ITV1, admittedly a few hours earlier in the day,
Right.
but it's probably too fat.
No.
No,
not it.
yeah, of course.
Oh no.
Oh no, it is. No. It's the one last bastion of prejudice that people seem to think is acceptable in business. In this business, no, really. honestly.
Oh, that's terrible.
You've heard the Hollywood stories, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
But as I've said, I have a physical condition which makes it hard for me to lose weight.
I do. I like to eat.
Have I told you before what it is?
No. Is it eat?
My mouth is wider than my bum.
Ah.
a hole in my mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get the idea.
I'll
Anyway,
take your word for that.
good.
Right.
Okay, quick, do the G because we've got loads of people who
Right.
want the iron as well. Yeah,
Okay. Right.
Okay,
Do.
it's full of creases.
Full of creases. I'm going to turn you that way round and show you.
And this
the-
is
yes.
denim.
This is denim. Okay.
Denim,
Yep.
denim.
So now, instead of having to press down, I'm going to hold it by the fingers, not have to press down. And look at that. Now, can you see how it's lifting up
Yeah.
the fabric?
But then, of course, you know, being an iron, you have to turn it over, do the other side, and then you have to do the other leg, don't you?
No, not
No?
this one. Nope, not.
No, really?
Nope. Okay. You
But
ready?
wait.
One.
This iron does both sides and both legs at the same time. Are you not impressed?
3.
Half
Oh,
the stock
let me
is
just
now
do this.
spoken for. Half the stock.
Now-
Someone said, can you do bedding?
You
Not
can.
only can you do bedding, you can fold your fitted sheet, you can fold your duvet cover, you can fold your pillow covers all on top of each other and pretty much iron them all at the same time. What's happening
No,
here?
no,
with
no,
these?
no.
No, that's wrong apparently.
No, I'm pulling rank.
No,
there.
good.
Yes,
Please
yeah,
do. Well,
no.
what can you do?
Do not fold your bedding on here
right.
because it's too much like hard work.
Yeah.
Wash, dry your bedding, put it on the bed,
Oh!
take your iron to the bed and you iron it on the bed.
Iron
you do
it.
2 things. Not only do you get rid of the creases, you also deodorize your quilt and also help to kill dust mites and things like that on your mattress.
Once again, we apologise. Please do bear with us. We have some kind of technical problem with people checking out. We are working on it. It's taking people a long time to check. We will hopefully have a fix very, very soon. Our IT super brains are on it. So I know how frustrating it is. And this is very rare. It doesn't normally happen.
Right, okay.
So
So
we're down to the last quarter of the stock of the iron now if you want it. You've got to check out on the iron as well. I know you can't, so I'm not going to say check out because you're going to start throwing things at the screen, I realise. Look at that!
Okay.
Not 1, not
But-
2, not 3, not 4, but 5.
No.
6. Can I not count now? 1, 2, 3,
7.
4. Oh, wait, no. So 5 was correct then. Both sides, front and back!
There you go.
But anyone
So
gets
like
that
you've
reference.
got
Are we getting lots of emails? Is that right, Leslie? Okay, yes, we're on it. If you don't need to, thank you for emailing. We appreciate it. If you want to say hi while we're waiting for the checkout system to
Any
sort itself
questions?
out, any questions you have?
Yeah, on the
Any
iron or
jokes?
not.
Could do a joke. The email's working. It's about the only thing there is tonight. Please. Yeah, jokes. How was Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just say hello.
Recommendations for any good things to binge watch?
Yeah. Oh,
I'm running
I'm
out.
watching a very good thing at the
Oh,
moment.
what's that?
I'm going to fool you once.
Oh, I've heard that's good, yeah.
Very good.
Now, what's this? This
There
is
are
like
other ones, Simon.
There are other shows are available.
Yes, other
This
shows
is
are,
this is
but
like your sort of your.
This is heavy cotton.
Ah.
This is like a no iron.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, right. Now,
yes, I've got
I'm
a
going
few,
to
yeah.
try this as light.
It's no iron unless you
No.
wear it and wash
Yeah.
it.
That's it. That's exactly what it is. Now, we've all done it. We've all tried to press down on the fabric, but you don't need to. This is how
No,
powerful
steam does the work.
this is.
Yeah.
Yep. And just
And it's a
look.
vertical steam system as well as a horizontal
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Look,
Absolutely. And
look
that's
at it.
what you want, less work, no having to do it now. Can I just say, with this iron, not only have we got a powerful iron,
What's that, 6 bar of pressure or something?
6 bars of
6
pressure,
bars of pressure.
220 grams, I believe, right? Okay. If you put this,
It's got a pulse.
it's got a pulse.
It's got a pulse,
okay?
ladies and gentlemen.
So that gives a sharp pulse of steam into your garments. You don't have to press and hold any button. It will do it for you.
Yes.
Also, if you have a look at the front,
Yep.
heat up time's 20 seconds. You can use it as a dry iron. Can you see that?
Yeah,
Okay.
just about. Yeah.
You could use that
Tilt
as
it
a
forward
dry
little more
iron.
if you can. Okay.
Bit forward.
Yeah, yeah.
That better?
What would
Yeah.
you use that a dry iron for?
Well, some people who do dressmaking don't
yeah.
need to
applying
have
patches
steam.
and things like that, maybe.
Yep, anything like that. What do you call it? Interfacing, that sort of thing.
I love a good interface.
Bit of interface. Eco, okay? Now wait for this. The Eco will save you up to 68%
Yeah.
of your water consumption and up to 60% of your electricity consumption while using this
But
iron.
obviously it doesn't work as well. Well, then why wouldn't you always use Eco?
Well, you can do
Or
if
do
you
you?
want to. It's entirely left to
Well,
you.
when would you not? I suppose if you're doing like really
you've
thick
got
stuff.
Multiple layers.
Multiple layers.
Yeah.
By the way,
Okay.
quick hellos. Let's do some hellos, shall we?
Okay.
So Amy says hello. Hi, Amy. Thank you for watching. She's in the process of trying to order
Go on,
3 of
Amy,
the irons for
try.
your family. Honestly, we will, you know what? We'll get it sorted for you. If we can't get it sorted tonight, then you can always email us if you don't mind us giving you a call or dropping you an email tomorrow. But our customer service will get in touch with you and they'll make sure that they get your purchase.
Do that, Amy,
ready, so,
because
yeah.
I will make sure that they get what you need.
Yeah.
For Amy, yes. Do
Indeed.
that, Amy,
Yes.
please.
So yeah, I'll keep you updated once we know what the state of play is. Was it Steve? Christine, excuse me, said, "Please, can we sing Happy Birthday to her daughter Laura? She's 32 today."
32.
Now, actually, she did say, "Can we say Happy Birthday?" So it's Christine and Paul. But I'm going to sing it because
Okay.
any excuse to sing.
Right. Ta-da!
Can I sing it? No, I can sing Happy Birthday. It's rights free. Yeah.
It is now.
Yeah, it is now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Hang on, what was it? Christine, right? No. Laura. No, Laura.
Laura. Go on, then.
Ready?
You can it.
No, both together. 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Laura. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, yeah. I've told you I would.
We'll be doing the pub circuit before you know it.
Oh.
Wow. So, goodness gracious me. So the iron. So we're actually limited stock almost on the iron, but I know you're having trouble checking out now. So I'm just saying that get ready, get poised the minute that the checkout's working again. And then because otherwise you will miss it. Huge apologies. Look, sometimes technology just does this to us. It's not, nobody can predict it.
I think we've broke it.
It's
We're
because
so
honestly,
busy.
this has been our busiest show ever because the products are, boy, are they good. We'll go back to the steam mop. That will not, if we hadn't had IT issues tonight, the steam mop would have sold out.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
So stock is diminishing. So now it looks like the
Starting
checkout
to
is
come
starting to work again. So if you've emailed and we're trying to check out, would you mind trying now again, please? And if you don't check out the ironing board, you'll have missed out, and also the iron and actually all of it. So if you couldn't get through to check out, would you try now, please? And let's say worst case scenario, if the interweb's not working, you can always call 0333 241 241. The iron is now limited stock. That means we're down to less than 10%. We're actually at single figures on the iron. So yeah, if you want it, and that's great. I honestly, to the Christine, was it Christine who was trying to buy for all her family? Or was
Amy.
that no, Amy? Amy, sorry. Good call. So to buy 3, because at this price, I haven't even mentioned the price. Just look at what you're saving. You're saving just, 90 quid, something like that. They are honestly, hand on heart, if you don't believe me, my son is over there, he floor manages. Isn't our iron the best iron you've ever seen in your life? It is, honestly, This is the best iron you'll use, I believe. Now you can buy more expensive ones. They go up to, you know, higher, I think they go up to 8 bar with a bigger tank, but they're 300 quid.
Yeah.
And unless you're a professional
Exactly.
dressmaker or a
Yeah.
professional somebody that needs that power, nobody needs that power.
I haven't
This
got
money,
one
that
of
is the
those, and I
best-
could
that-
have it if I wanted
It's
one.
the best iron money can buy,
But
I believe, at
honestly,
that price.
this is
Yeah.
one of the best irons that they do. It really is. It's also got longer ironing time. You can fill water at any time you want to.
Yes.
It's one temperature sole plate. You don't have to worry what you're ironing. You've got the pulse rate if you want to add that pulse rate that gives a sharper steam into really delicate sort of garments. Cork handle.
Corker of a handle, yeah.
Absorbs perspiration, makes it a lot
Cork
easier.
handles.
Also, can I just say this keeps itself nice and clean because it has
Yes.
a filter at the back.
There's a lock at the front as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
So therefore, you get an extra filter that's in it. So it comes with one already in the
Right,
unit.
right, yes.
But then you've got another one to
So
do
again,
it.
hard water
It'll
areas.
actually tell you when it needs changing.
Oh, fine. How long does it last roughly?
How long's a
Well,
piece of string?
again, depending on how
Yeah.
hard
I mean, if you iron every day, then and you live in an exceptionally hard water area, then I'd probably say you get a year before you need it.
What? I thought you
Yeah.
were going to say 3
Yeah.
weeks.
Oh,
A
no.
year?
Yeah, it's,
All right, then.
it's good. Okay.
So, Sam's just got the floor mop and the iron. Congratulations. You are going to be so happy.
Now,
Can't
if
wait to use
you
the steam mop. No, oh,
have
it's brilliant, that steam mop. It's just brilliant.
if you have any problems with the poulty,
Now, that
okay?
is locked without an E, just to clarify.
Yes, that's locked without
This
an E.
is locked with an E.
This is
That's locked without
out
an
an
E.
E. Okay. Now,
That one's more useful than I am.
oh, I don't know. Your singing's very good. Now, if you have any problems with the poulty, okay, you pick the phone up. They're based in Manchester. They will come and collect it from your home. You don't struggle to the post office. They'll come and fetch it.
Any fault with it?
Any fault, they'll exchange or repair it. They get it back in your home
For free?
between 5 to 7 working days, and that's all free of charge, okay?
So it's a white glove service. Now, what if it's after the 2 years?
After the 2 years, the service remains the same. They'll collect, repair, 5 to 7 days. The only difference being is you'd have an estimate for the work to be
By the way,
done.
it doesn't have to be your home. It could be your office, it could- wherever,
Yeah,
wherever you
you
want them
are,
to collect
yeah.
it from, wherever you've got the iron, they will come and pick it up,
Yep.
repair it or replace it free of charge.
Yep.
And then after 2 years, they'll still repair it if you need it, but you'll just get you'll have to pay for that after the 2 years. But I mean, what is an exceptional service? Leslie,
they've
when are
got
we
a
going back
lot.
to the steam mop? We're going back to it soon. In a minute. Okay. Yeah.
Right. Wool, okay? Cashmere, anything like that, lamb's wool, anything. If you use a conventional iron, what happens is you split the fibres. You make the jumper go big and also you cause bobbling underneath. With this, glide over the surface.
Yeah. So barely touching the actual.
barely
yeah.
touching. Things like this, you can literally bring back to life by just using the steam, okay?
How can I put this? Look, you have a refund policy, of a 30-day refund policies. When you get it home, if you check it out and it's for whatever reason you change your mind, you can always get your money back. However, I personally, I don't know how I can do this that's fair to everybody. I would say if you don't love that iron and if it's not as good as we're saying it is, that I'd buy it back from you myself. Obviously, I can't do that because it's not legal to do within, you know, a broadcast environment. But that's how certain I am. I personally offer you my guarantee as a host, whether you know me or not, whether you trust me or not. You don't have to trust me just because you can. That if you don't absolutely love that, I will be shocked. Now, it's horses for courses, but I truly promise you personally that I believe is the best iron for this price that any money can buy. Honestly, I mean it. If you iron, now listen, am I an ironing warrior? No. I'll be honest with you, well now I'm back on TV, I iron 1 shirt a week, or 2 shirts a week maybe, sometimes 3. That's it. Occasionally, my son will need a shirt that needs ironing, or a pair of jeans or something like that. Now, I bought my Vaporella, the model I had, same price. Mine's actually a slightly lower model than this, but it's every bit as good. It just has a slightly lower capacity tank. It's the best thing I've ever bought, because I can iron a shirt in about 5 minutes because the crease, you're not constantly going backwards and forwards like this. It's just done, you know, turn, 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 zoom. It's so fast. That's official ironing noises, by the way. If you iron even a little bit, if like me, you are the laziest so-and-so that has ever walked or sat on his bum on the face of this earth, this is the iron for you. But if you are somebody who is busy, 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 big family, lots to do, constant chaos, instead of spending all the time that you currently iron now, imagine if you could cut that in half, do it in half the time. That's the iron for you. 53% quicker you're ironing. Especially if you had loads and loads of it, if you just can't stand doing it, but you've got loads and loads of it, you don't have to suffer for twice as long now. Get the iron. 157 quid's worth it just to avoid the pain. Then, what about if you're a professional and you need an iron for professionally? Well, if you're doing everything in 53% quicker time, you can either do twice as much and make twice as much money, or you can earn the same amount of money and do it in half the time. So you win every which way. Please don't buy it if it's going to break the bank, or if you're not in a financial position to afford it at the moment. Of course, I totally get that. But if you can afford it, and again, at the moment we're waiting for things to get set up with our interest-free payments. If you are able to afford it and you can put it either on a credit card or you've got the money in your bank now with your debit card, then I honestly get it. That is for irons, that is my top recommendation. Remember, Franco Polti invented the steam generator iron. This is not an iron that you fill a tank and the sole plate heats the water as it drops onto it, which is how most other irons work. It is also not just a boiler in the sense that it just heats the water. This is a steam generator, so it has a separate, it does have a boiler, but it is a pressurized boiler. So when you first turn the iron on, you're going to hear it go, and that's because it's sucking water into the tank, from the tank into the boiler. It heats it up under pressure. It's like a pressure cooker essentially, and then that's where you get that 6 bar of steam from. But it also means, because the water is not all in the tank, all being heated like a kettle, if you're running out of water, you can fill it up as you're going. If you're doing tons of ironing, if it's running low, you can just top it up. And the great thing is that as soon as the boiler needs more water, it just brings it in, boils it under pressure, out comes the steam, and it repeats that process. That is a patented process that only Polti have, because they invented it. So any other type of iron that you buy, even if it does have a lot of steam on it, hasn't got that system, and I don't believe it will be as good. So honestly, for your money, and for that amount of money, I do not believe there is another iron out there that is better than this. You don't have to take my word for it, just because it happens to be right. But I hope you do, because I think you'll love it. Now, it's going to sell out. We are so limited. We've actually got 3 times as many people trying to get it as we have irons left. Checkout's working now, I believe, so try and check out. It's definitely starting to move. It's a bit like a traffic jam. It's starting to move. We think because the audience is so big that it's kind of caused pressure on our systems. So they're doing a few things. They've turned a few wheels and lifted a few levers to sort of alleviate the pressure on the back end of the system. So we are very worried on the stock level. We're going to go back to, don't worry, Leslie, don't worry about what we're going to do for the next hour and a half. Trust me, I'm presenting, we'll be good. However, let's go back to the mop. If you haven't seen the mop yet, if you've been trying to check out the mop, this is the best steam mop money can buy, I think you'll find yourself saying and agreeing with me. You fill it with water, just regular H2O, dihydrogen monoxide. You pop on a pad, you get 3 of those. We give you 2 extra included in the bundle. And all of a sudden, the dirt vanishes, just like that. Now, it also means that the floor dries, or it is left dry very quickly. You can use it on any hard surface, and if it's wood, as long as it is sealed, okay? And whether it's dirt from the outside, whether it's just grime and build up in your home, natural wear and tear, or sort of daily living, getting into all the nooks and crannies around the edges of your kitchen, near your oven maybe, near your hob. Maybe it's your windows, your patio tiles, not your patio tiles, your what do you call it, bathroom tiles, your kitchen tiles. All types of laminate and hard flooring, again, as long as it's sealed. All kinds of tile, linoleum, vinyl, all of that sort of stuff. Metals, you can use it, as you'll see in a moment, to do your cooker hood. Throw the what do you call it, not away, throw it into the washing machine. Regular wash with detergent, no fabric softener because it will clog the fibres and it won't work. And you also get this rectangular head included as well as part of the package. So this is not a steam mop, it is a steam cleaning system. This will allow you to do all of your hard surfaces. Now remember, this is the only steam mop that we know of that is actually can claim it kills up to 99.9% of germs and things like bacteria and all of that kind of stuff. The reason is that it has patented technology. The boiler is not in the handle. It is in the head. It is at the business end. That means within 25 seconds, the water heats, or the steam, the water heats up to 130 degrees, which means the steam comes out 130 degrees. By the time it goes through the microfiber cloth, it's hitting your surface at just hovering over 100 degrees. That is hot enough to kill bacteria, to kill germs, to deodorize, kill smells, and to sanitize. You've got 3 different settings as well for different uses. You get the extra pads included. There's the whole modular system. And also remember that it has also a patented anti-calc system, because if you live in a hard water area, you can just put regular tap water into the steam mop. It's actually filtered through the anti-calc system before it goes into the boiler. So the limescale doesn't build up in the boiler and render your mop useless. So this you should get years and years and years of use out of. You can buy replacement cartridges, they're online. You can also buy replacement microfiber rectangular and triangular heads, they're online too. To be honest, I get a couple of packs of those as well, because it'll just, if you're going to do a lot of cleaning with it, it just means you can keep recycling them. As one lot of washing, you're using the next lot, and you know, so on and so forth. They'll last for ages. In a really hard water area, I mean like super hard, if you use this a lot, you might get just over 6 months of use out of one cartridge. But if it's a relatively soft water area or you don't use it that much, you could get easily a year of use out of it. But if you want to pop an extra cartridge or 2 into your basket while you check out, remember we do have capped postage. There is £2 extra on the mop, but that's just for the mop. All the rest of it, if you put all the other stuff in your basket, that £6.95 is all you're going to pay for the postage and packing. I'm out of breath because I've got so much. I'm so excited I forget to breathe. We only have how much of the stock left? We've got 50 left, and we have 400 people trying to buy them. 400 to be precise, 437 people trying to buy those 50 mops. Honestly, look, if I said this and it was a lie, then you could report us to Ofcom or the advertising standards. We could be taken off the air, our show would be over, our business would be in partnership with ITV would be done. I'm telling you that that you need to check out now, not because I'm trying to make you buy it. I don't care whether you buy it or not, and I mean that in a nice way. I don't get a commission. We presenters are never commissioned, because otherwise it would be unfair. It would be what do they call it, a conflict of interest, wouldn't it? Because I'd do anything, or some nefarious people might try to make you buy it come what may, because they're making money out of it. I just get a regular rate for my shift to inform you. This is not about selling to you. All of this enthusiasm is my own, because this is the best mop you'll ever buy, I believe, I really do. But you've got to check it now or you will miss it. Now, we did ring fence the whole stock that was left that hadn't already been picked up by Amazon or on buy. But we've only got a small portion or a percentage of that tonight. We're planning other shows. Hopefully we will have more stock back later next week or the week after, we don't know. But this is half price. It's half price. It's new today, it's never been seen. This is a ShopOnTV exclusive launch price. In 4 weeks, it will be £200 again. Whilst the stock won't even get close to lasting for 4 weeks. £99.99. If you go to onbuy.com, it is £179.80. If you go to 90 pence, excuse me. If you go to amazon.co.uk, it's £179.95. We have it that the actual Advanced Homewares is the manufacturer's website. basically 200 quid. We are half price, or about 90%, whatever it is, of the others. It's just, no, is that right? My maths is terrible. Just get it while you can.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
I need to take a breath.
I think we've had an email from Tom.
Oh, go on. Yeah, go on.
Apparently you've got some lino, Tom, that's really dirty and you want to make sure that the mop's man enough to clean it. You don't need to use any cleaning products with it. You won't need to, honestly, because the steam is such a hot steam. It will dissolve grease on contact. It'll move tar. It'll move grounding dirt. You might have to go over it a couple of times. But if you've got a really stubborn stain, just hold that steam over for about 2 or 3 seconds, let it break down that dirt, and then just clean it.
Dissolves grease.
It dissolves grease on
Amazing.
contact.
Was it Ruth? Leslie, was it Ruth, did you say? Iris, where did I get Ruth from? Sorry, Iris, I do apologise. Iris had a question. She is disabled and wants to know if it's heavy.
Not at all. It's under 2 kilos. Really and truthfully,
Behind me.
Alice.
I didn't realise.
There you go. My little finger. That's how.
My
and that's
little
got water.
finger.
And that's got water
It's
inside
less.
there.
It's 2 bags of sugar.
Plus,
basically.
the fact is, if you're in a wheelchair, Iris, you might not need to have the whole of the pole on. You might be able to reach to do the floor, which would be more comfortable. Could you just pick that configuration up for me?
Oh yes,
Short
I will
one,
try. Yes,
like
yes.
that. You might find it easier.
Oh sure,
Iris,
yeah.
to do that from if you're,
Yeah.
you're in a wheelchair.
Because the effect is the same. The steam is always coming out
Yeah.
at the same temperature.
Yeah,
But the
absolutely.
boiler's in here.
Yeah.
That's the patented bit. It's not up here.
Nope.
With other mops, it has to travel all this way, or with the tube, it's got to go all the way down the tube.
Yeah.
By the time it gets there, there's condensation which drips on your floor.
Yep.
And the steam's only roughly about 50 degrees. So
Absolutely.
it's not killing germs. This kills the germs.
Yeah.
Dead!
Dead.
Yes.
So, as I say, yes, it would be a lot easier for you to use.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Plus the fact is the actual nut that you tighten up, you only have to turn it twice and it's locked into position, so it's not difficult if you have dexterity
Another question.
problems.
Well, let's do these questions. Somebody has, was it a nasty brown tile or a dark brown tile? A shiny brown,
Shiny.
excuse me, shiny. Well,
Right.
it's streak. No streaking here.
Right, well,
There's more chance of me streaking than your tiles when you buy this.
right, I'm going to show you that then, whether
Yeah.
they're brown
You do
or
that, I'm
black
going
or
to get a drink
pink.
of water. I'll be back in a second.
Okay, now what happens is you use a chemical. The chemical leaves a residue onto the tile. So when it dries, that's what you can see. You can see the streaks that's been left. When you use steam, you are using water heated to, in this case, 130 degrees. But as it's heated and comes in contact with the floor, it ends up at 100 degrees. So now you are in germ-killing territory, not damaging anything, but you're also producing super dry heated steam. Now, not only have we got the steam you can see, okay, once you put it onto the floor, the steam then penetrates into the floor rather than blowing from outside, okay? Now, if I just do one pass over, that part is more sanitized than any other part of that floor. It's drier for a start, and I've used steam. It's evaporating away. Because there's no chemical there, it will be streak free.
Because as I said, the 99, how much do you spend, do you reckon, a month on cleaning products?
I don't, because I have
Oh,
all...
because you use this.
Yeah.
I asked the wrong person that question, didn't I?
I've used steam
The average house,
way
yeah.
before I came to do this kind of job.
Yes, yeah.
Honestly, I would not go back to chemicals.
And Bev is actually a very renowned consumer products tester. And
I am,
has
yeah,
been for
yeah.
20, 30 years or so.
Yes.
What I was going to say is the average household spends 350. This is anecdotal, but roughly 350 to 400 pounds a year
Yep.
on cleaning products, bottles of chemicals.
Yeah.
So not only are you cutting down on chemicals from a health perspective, but maybe an allergen perspective, maybe an environmental perspective, but also chemicals tend to dry sticky. So you do your floors with chemicals,
Yeah.
and they actually
Yeah.
trap more dirt. Maybe that's deliberate, so you buy more. I don't know.
Well,
I'm
it
cynical.
does. Because when you walk on it,
yeah.
it does, yeah.
But plus, if you've got pets, you've got babies and things like that. So you don't need to buy hard floor cleaner anymore. You don't need to buy bathroom tile cleaner or other floor cleaners.
Can I
Look at
just
that.
show somebody?
Yeah.
Can you just have a look at this closely? Can you see how that has dried?
No
Smear
streak.
free.
Mirror finish.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what's going to happen with your tile. I'm sorry, I forgot your name.
That
What was the lady's
it
name,
was,
Leslie?
the
The
lady
lady's name
who
with
just
the
asked the
shiny
question.
tiles?
Kathy.
Sorry, Kathy, I beg your pardon.
Thanks,
That's
Kathy.
the result you are going to get, Kathy, with this steam mop.
Yes.
Gone are the days where you're going to have to go on your hands and knees and start and dry a floor with paper towel. You're going to get those kind of results.
Alert. So where are we at, Leslie? How many left now? Right, so the last 10 minutes ago we had 100.
Yeah.
We now have less than 40.
Right.
And that's because people are slowly, the checkout's now working.
Yep.
If you were trying to get through on the phones before, I would suggest you're okay to call now, 03333 241 241. And yes, if you were trying to check out before, now you should be good. We've taken measures to free everything up, so you should be able to check out right now. This is going to sell out. We actually have over 400 people now trying to buy less than 40 mops. Steam systems.
Steam system.
Yes, show us more.
Because not only can you use it for the floors, you can use it for high up, you can do the tiles,
Yeah.
you can also do your upholstery, you can
Gloss
do your
paintwork.
mattresses, you can use it to do your worktops, your ovens, your, what's the extractor fan?
Yes.
Anything that you can use it on.
Cupboard fascias.
But what I like about this is, if you look at the size of this mop head, okay? So therefore we're going to get a bigger area done. So if we want to go from one surface to the other, we don't need to change anything.
No.
I like the idea that it's a triangle, so now I can get right up to that edge.
And a pivoting head.
And a pivoting
Yeah,
head.
and like me, it's got a big head.
Also,
So it does a lot with just a few strokes.
it does, but also you're doing the grouting at the same time,
Yes.
because you're using all that pressure and technology in this mop.
What if you do have mould, even black mould on tiles?
It
and
will
things?
kill.
Will it kill it?
Yep.
Even black mould?
Yep, because it's at a temperature that will kill the black spores.
Do you know when I had black mould in my apartment in Los Angeles?
Yes.
It was really bad in the shower, and I had to buy this special kind of tile clip. My son David's nodding because he remembers this. You had to wear protective eye gear. You had to wear a mask.
Yeah.
Once you'd sprayed it, you had to
Yes.
do it quickly. You had to wear gloves because you couldn't get it on your skin.
No.
And then the minute you'd applied it, you had to get out the bathroom, shut the door, and you couldn't go in there for 4 to 6 hours.
Really?
That was the treatment to get rid of it. I mean, goodness
Yeah.
me. So but also it's preventative as well, isn't it? As I said, I mean, look at that. As I said earlier, ladies and gentlemen, even if you don't, if you don't care about the environment, or you don't care about any of the stuff we're talking about, you just care about saving money,
Or yourself.
or yourself, you're gonna spend 100 quid eventually, and probably quite quickly, on cleaning products, unless you never clean anything. And I'm sure there aren't many people watching, I assume no people watching, who would fall into that category. So that $99.99, yes, you are paying it now, but essentially you're just paying up front for money you're going to spend anyway. With the money you save that you would otherwise spend, essentially you're getting the mop for free. I mean, it's like, you not only do you, let's say you do spend £300 a year on cleaning products, right? So you pay 100 now, you still save £200 and you've got a free mop.
And don't forget, you're going to be able to change the heads. You've got two heads. You've got the rectangular one, which comes with the carpet glider, so you can do your carpets and your mattresses with that if you want to do that. You've got the triangular head, which I use probably, I'd say 70% of the time, because I just like how it gets underneath areas and I can twist and turn. But
well
they're in the process
Yes.
of producing a mop that's going to polish, a steam mop that will
Yeah.
polish your floors at the same time. So you won't have to replace the whole thing.
No, you just buy an extra
You just
head
buy
for
the extra
whatever,
head.
or something,
You know,
quid or
and that's
something,
what
yeah.
I like. The fact is,
Yeah.
there's been a lot of thought gone into this. Now, wooden floors.
30 left now. 30 left. Last 30 people to check out. That's it.
Not all mops will do wooden floors because what happens is it overwets them. And unfortunately, that's what damages the floors.
So this is wood, right?
This is sealed wood, okay?
Arr.
So consequently,
was a seal.
you're not overwetting that floor. You are sanitizing that floor. So if you've got puppies, you know, your puppy training or cats. I mean, I've got a very elderly cat and she's sick. You know, and unfortunately...
Well, I was going to say vomit, you know, if you've got babies that are vomiting
Yeah,
everywhere. Or
absolutely. Now,
drunk
if you want
husbands.
to
I'm just kidding.
polish your floor, okay,
Yeah.
get some beeswax from the supermarket, put a little bit of beeswax on the bottom of your pad, and then steam your floor with the pad and the
Melt it
beeswax.
into the wood. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
and it polishes
So it's
the
that,
floor.
it's that, it's a wallpaper stripper, and also it's
Yeah.
a way of
Of polishing your floor.
polishing your floor.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't do that. I'm not allowed to. I was told to mind my beeswax.
Oh, right. I'm going to just go back on the white tiles because you did see all that dirt. And just to show you, we're not transferring that dirt.
No, that's the
okay?
thing, because all the germs that came from there, they're all dead.
Yep.
So they ain't going anywhere else.
No, that's true. But that will then go into the washing machine and you're ready to use it again.
Can I
once it's
just,
dried.
can you,
Yeah.
Paul, Director Paul, can I just show people how good the quality of this is? I mean, it's so well made.
It is, yeah.
It just is super.
I mean, you've got metal
Superbly.
poles, so it's lightweight, but the quality that's in there.
Yeah.
This is your boiler.
Yeah.
That part of it's your boiler.
It's patented. It's the only steam mop system that has the boiler in the head. All the others, now look at it like this. Imagine it like this, right? So, if we follow my fingers all the way up here, as far as we know, every other steam mop, the boiler's up here somewhere, which also means you've got a load of weight at the top that you have to hold. With the weight at the bottom, you don't have to hold it. You just have to glide it around. And even so, the whole thing's only 2 kilos. By the time that water, if that was heated there, went down the metal pole, what happens when hot steam meets cold metal? Condenses, right? So by the time it gets down to the bottom, you've got water droplets that go on your floor and make the
Yeah,
floor wet.
floor wet.
And also, by the time the other end of the shaft, the steam starts at over 100. Down here, it's about 50 degrees. So it doesn't have the oomph to kill the germs.
Yeah.
Because that's the others, not this. This has got the boiler at the end, patented. It's the only one that can do it as far as we know. And that means that steam comes out, is boiled here to 130 degrees within 25 seconds, comes out at just about 100 degrees by the time it's gone through the cloth at the point of contact on the floor, which is enough to kill up to 99% of germs, spores, mold, or bacteria, all of the nasties, instantly. Next time you buy a disinfecting spray or wipe, check the fine print on the back. I guarantee you're not using it right. I was horrified when I found out when you put a spray on a surface, how long you have to leave it there before you wipe it off. No one does it. With the wipe, very small surface area that you have to do several times for a certain amount of time before it actually works. Nobody does it. Check, you'll be horrified. I was. This is the answer. Instant or near instant sanitizing.
Can I
now,
just say,
yeah, go ahead, yeah.
if you use a spray window cleaner, the window cleaner you're buying in that bottle is actually dearer than diesel per litre.
Do you know what it is usually? It's acetic acid and water. Do you know what acetic acid is?
Vinegar, basically, yeah.
Do you know that actually you buy a bottle of cleaner,
Yeah.
probably 95% of that, or the majority of the percentage is water.
I just think, I actually used steam before I did anything like this. And I was so amazed of how much dirt the steam released.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you think your home's clean until you steam with. And honestly, it opened my eyes. And I'm sure when you get and you see how easy it is to use, what it can do for you, honestly, it is a next level of cleaning. Now, I believe we've had an email about
from Tom, but 20 left, last 20. We started with hundreds of these. There are there are just about 20, good Lord, 650 people now trying to buy 20 mops.
Right.
I know I've said it before, and I apologise for sounding like a broken record. What a broken record. Please check out. You have to pay with cash money. So either on the phones 03333 241 241 or at shopontv.co.uk. Please check out, use your payment method. Please don't expect at this time to find interest-free payment options. We're working on those. We don't have them yet. You will have to pay the $99.99 up front now. But as I said, it's money you're going to spend on cleaning products anyway, chemicals, that now you may eliminate the majority of, if not all of the chemicals that you ever need to buy while you have this mop. So it's money you're going to spend. This is found money when you buy this, so you might as well check out right now while the stock is here. I mean, we're not going to we'll have to go back to the iron or do a song and dance. So we had a question. Sorry, Tom has a question for you.
Right.
Yeah.
About.
So he succeeded in purchasing.
Right.
And thank you for your patience while we had all our IT issues. Can you explain the replacement cartridge, what it's for, why it's needed?
Right. Okay.
Yes.
What happens is, Tom, is when you put the water into the tank, the water is then taken up through the cartridge, and that purifies the water basically.
Yes.
It takes out the lime scale, the calcium, everything that are detrimental to your steam mops.
Yes.
And so therefore...
So it doesn't even go near the boiler before it's already been filtered?
So once that water has gone through that filter, it's then purified and it goes into the boiler. So you're getting fresh, clean water every
protects
time.
your boiler.
Now, so it protects your boiler, basically. This is the cartridge. This is also the tool they give you, because instead of struggling...
That comes in the package.
That comes in the package. It just wants turning, which is one on there. You
Extra
just pop
cartridge
it
on the bottom of the screen now.
Yep.
So they're $13.95. But if you put them in now, so it's $4.95 P&P, but if you put them in now,
Yes,
you
yep.
won't pay any extra shipping. Oh, sorry, what country are we in? Postage
and
packing.
packaging.
So you could add 50 cartridges if you wanted to. You'd pay for the cartridges, but you'd still only have the one $6.95 P&P.
Yep. So it's so simple, so easy. You might go, I don't know, it depends on how often you use your mop. If you're using it on a daily basis and you use it for a couple of hours during the day, then you probably will want to change it at once every 6 months. You know, my water's not particularly hard, and I've been using it for over a year now.
Mine is harder than an East End
Is it really?
Barra boy. It really is. No, honestly, it's. But even still, even there,
Yeah.
you probably will get. It's hard to gauge. About 6 months. So why don't you, while they're here, grab a cartridge or two. Very easy to change, and you know when you have to change it because it changes colour. So when it changes, well, I don't know what colour it changes.
It just
to.
gets darker and darker till it's
right.
nearly black, to be quite honest.
We're doing carpet next. Now, there is a carpet slider, comes in the package as well. Everything we're demonstrating with tonight is included. So
This is
it.
your rectangular mop head, okay?
Yep.
Again, look at the quality. Look how these clips are, which hold the cloth in place. It's not just a cheap plastic clip.
Yeah.
You've got a clip that goes the full length of the machine. So it's holding it in actual, position without you having to move it. Now, to put the cloth on.
While you're doing that, Iris is asking about windows and fascias.
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 Oh,
fascias.
yeah, fascias, I think, is plantar fasciitis. No, that's a different.
If you're going to use it on your windows, okay, if it's very cold like it is at the moment, then obviously just spray the steam slightly away from the window, just so it warms it up slightly, because if you put 100 degrees onto glass when it's cold, it may crack.
But if they're UPVC,
Okay.
I don't think that's the case.
But
if they're glass.
just warm it up.
Yeah,
That's
just
all you
warm
need
it
to
up,
do, is just spray it like that for 2 seconds and then do it, okay? Your fascias and your UPVC, absolutely fine for. Yeah, I've even
15
done my
left now.
garage door.
What about, now I know the answer to this already, what about things like kids' crayons? What about
Crayons.
Crayons.
Sorry.
Sorry, crayons.
I thought you said crown.
Crayons?
Yeah. Yeah,
What about
absolutely. Yeah.
if you got lipstick? Maybe you were kissing the floor because you were so glad to be home. What about lipstick?
Yep, lipstick's
Makeup.
fine.
Maybe you dropped your nail polish.
Yep, I use my one of these 11-hour lipstick things.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you get it on anywhere, it sticks like glue. But this, it can't survive this.
And again,
It's literally-
crayons. This would be the
wax,
reason to buy
yep,
this. Yeah, any kind of wax.
absolutely.
If you spill candle wax on the floor, it will
Yeah.
get rid of
Oh,
that
if
too.
you got a candle wax.
Yeah.
When let's say it was on this carpet, just hold that over.
So even on carpet, if you just
yeah, if
spilled
you
candle
spill,
wax
yeah, on the carpet.
So you just hold it over
Yep.
until it soaks it up.
You know, also, if you've moved furniture and you
Yeah.
get the indentation of your carpets, you know, like you used to say old-fashioned, to get the ice cube,
Yeah.
don't. Just hold your steam over. It swells the carpet fibres and it
Yes.
lifts it back into position.
Now, I was going to say, because I had a question as well.
What's that?
Because later in the year we will sell, we're already working on bringing, what do you call it, carpet cleaners.
Yes,
Shampoo, the
of
shampoo.
course. Yeah,
so
yeah.
you can still, because they will wash the carpet,
Yes,
but
they
this will
will.
maintain it. So these will work hand in hand, and presumably you still need to vacuum. It's not a vacuum.
No.
Tomorrow night, Tower join us for the first time, and Black & Decker here on Shop on TV. We have an amazing pet vacuum for you tomorrow night. So you have a vacuum tomorrow when you tune in, and we're on
Yeah.
at about 3 minutes past midnight tomorrow, so make sure you tune in. But then it comes afterwards, doesn't
Yeah, absolutely. Always vacuum first, get rid of the loose debris, then go over. It neutralises odours. So if you've got pets, you'll never have a pet smell. If you've got someone who smokes in the house and you want to neutralise the tobacco, that will break that out. Also, if you've got, you like someone who likes to cook curries and things like that. I mean, we did some fish the other day and I couldn't wait to get my steam mop out to get rid of it.
Get rid of
Because
the smell,
the odour just lingers.
Do you know what I've got to use this for? So can I tell you, I'm embarrassed and I'm always getting hassled about it. Not hassled, but you know, rightly so. My son, he ribs me about it. But because I do this presenting job, I do me coif with hairspray.
Yeah.
But when I get home at the end of a shift, like tonight, I'm going to get home about 4:30 in the morning, maybe 5 o'clock. I'm going to be knackered. I'm going to lie down, and when it's hot in the summer or whatever, the hairspray has stuck into the back of my upholstery, and this has happened over months. And
Back
now
at
it's
your
to the
settee.
so it's got to the point where I don't know how to get rid of it.
Right, I'll tell you,
Yeah.
okay? When I first left school, I was a hairdresser, okay?
Yes.
My first job was cleaning the windows at the mirrors at the end of the day. And we used to use methylated spirits, right? Because that's the only thing that would remove the hairspray on the mirrors.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I was as high as a kite on the bus home. It was that bad.
And nothing's changed.
Yeah, nothing's changed really. But steam, because now I've got a cream, sweet, and I'm the same hair product.
So
next
what
to
would
the
you just
back.
put the pad and hold it against?
Just
the steam
hold the
to-
pad,
Yeah.
always test an area first.
Yes,
Because
yes.
different fabrics, and then just
long as they're colourful,
hold
she'll be all right,
the
yeah.
pad onto there and let the steam settle on it, and then give it a little wipe backwards and forwards.
Oh, I can't wait. That's incredible. Now, do you know how much, the reason I haven't done that yet? I was quoted £279 to have somebody come out and do that professionally.
Oh!
See what I mean? I'd have spent 280 quid basically.
Only doing one job.
Yeah, for one job. I could get this for almost a third of the price.
Yeah. Ooh.
And then I've got it for all the other stuff. Once you start using this, if you've got pets,
Yeah.
you have to have it.
Yeah.
Because not only and when I say things like that, I'm just, you don't have to have it, you do you. But here's the thing, if you've got pets, it's going to bring some of the pet hair out of the carpet
Yeah,
and
it will.
upholstery. It's going to be amazing, isn't it?
I mean,
Or a hamster, guinea pig.
you've
gerbil.
got on your bed, on your mattress, it will neutralise the odours in the mattress. 'Cause,
And
I mean,
sweats, all the sweat stains, yeah.
all that.
Dust mite droppings.
Also, dust mite droppings. Also, if you've got a cat or dog that sleeps on the bed, just use the steam over it. You're neutralising the area of germs, but you're also lifting up the pet hair. You'll get longer out of your pillows. You can do pillows with it as well.
Well, you know, something like 3/4 of the weight or 2/3 of the weight of a pillow after several months is
Is.
actually dust mite droppings.
It is,
And it's
yeah.
not the dust mites we're allergic to, actually. They're
No.
completely harmless to us. People
Yeah.
always try to sort of tell you horror stories, but it's actually their droppings, their poo. That is what is the irritant. The steam is hot enough to
Yeah.
denature the the allergic properties in
Absolutely. I'll tell you
poo.
one place I do now, because of all the bed bugs that are supposed to be in these hotels.
Yes, yeah.
You bring them back in your suitcases if you're not
Yeah,
careful.
yeah.
So as we get home, I empty all the clothes out into the utility room, and I get my mop and I steam inside my suitcases.
Well, also a lot of mattresses. And listen, we have some great mattresses, or a really
Yeah.
particularly good mattress here on Shop on TV. But some people may have pillow top mattresses that you can't rotate, you can't flip.
Yes, mine I can't.
So this is the answer to that. This is
Yep.
how you keep those, the longevity of those.
Yeah, and you're deodorising it as well as. So you're doing so much to your home by just using basically water.
We've got 9 left. So we are trying to see if we can get any more
More
stock, but
stock.
I don't think we
Yeah.
will tonight.
No.
It's, you know what, it is about to sell out. It is the last chance to get it this time round. Well, yeah, it's very limited. It's so limited, it's about to sell out. Which actually we could have, it was very limited. Well, I don't know, they're asking if we're trying to get some more stock. We may take, if we can get some more stock, we will take the limited off, but we're trying to see if we can steal from the next show.
Right.
But we don't know if we can. We don't even know if the stock on the other show has been loaded yet. So I don't think it has. I would suggest that I'm telling you, Leslie, that I don't think there is any more stock allocated to the other shows yet, because I think that's a conversation with the supplier. I don't know if that's been had yet. It's had. Okay, apparently it has. So we're doing everything we can. We're trying.
Right.
We may not succeed, but
We may not. No, we may not. But
Can't we just sit down and have a laugh?
Yeah, shall we?
Can we stop selling now?
Why don't
Well, how
you-
many irons have we got left, Leslie? There are 85 people trying to buy 20 irons. And the ironing board sold out, by the way. Sorry, you can't buy that. We'll try and get these back. But the iron, and it's not just any old
Any old iron.
It's the best iron money can buy, I think. That's my opinion.
No.
And I guarantee that I believe that you will agree with me when you get it.
Absolutely. And if it just makes you sort of decide whether you're going to buy the iron. If you can do your ironing in half the time, that to me is the biggest bonus.
Yeah.
Because we iron for 2 years of our life. Okay?
Me?
Yes, apparently.
Well, you
so,
might.
Okay? 2 years of your life is spent ironing.
I spent that money on an iron, and I do about 3 shirts a week.
Doesn't
just
matter,
because I hated using the other type of iron.
Yeah.
This, guys, if you buy this, it's like a new toy, and you'll play with it a lot, believe me. You'll actually, if in the stereotypical home, if the wife or the partner is about to do the ironing, you go, no, don't worry, love, I'll take care of that. So that's all right, I don't mind that, because it's really good fun to use. It is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's, and as I say, that's in the stereotypical household. But actually,
Absolutely.
in any household, you'll be fighting over this, because
Yeah.
it is really fun to use.
It's just so
Even my
easy.
boy enjoys using it.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, I'll tell you a story about that now. My daughter, she went to university and she shared these diggings, what do you call it? These, what is it? Hall of residence, right?
Oh, yes.
There was, I think, 5 boys and 2 girls, right? So Georgina said that if they did the cooking, she'd do the bit of ironing that they wanted, because obviously she'd got one of these. I'd sent it to her there with that. Yeah. Okay. So she used to go in the room, lock herself in, and pretend to be all night ironing. She used to do it all in about 20 minutes, and that was it. And they'd be still in the kitchen cooking tea, and of course they said to her, we feel so sorry, George, because you seem to have got the wrong end of the deal. So they took her out and brought her some clothes and a meal and treated her to it. And same as she says, I hadn't got the heart to tell me that I'd done it all in 20 minutes and it was all hanging up.
Honestly, this is one of those things, because if you have to get your iron out, sometimes it's and I'm working a lot of hours at the moment because well, I just am. I don't need to bore you with the details. But sometimes I get, I lose track of time, and I'm suddenly, oh my God, I've got to leave for work. I haven't eaten anything. Oh my, so I'm gonna have to buy, a meal deal from the local shop.
Yeah.
But also, I'm like, I haven't ironed my shirt. And I don't mind getting the ironing board and getting the Polty out, because I can have that shirt ironed within 5 minutes. It's on me and I'm out the door.
Absolutely.
And by the way, this iron has a special feature that it seems 90%, and that statistic is absolutely made up, by the way. 90% of other irons don't have. Do you know what it is?
What's that?
It actually takes out creases.
Oh.
It's the only iron I've ever used that actually gets the creases completely out.
Yeah.
And do you know what?
Yeah.
I couldn't understand when I bought a load of shirts last year when I was doing my show Unlocked online. And I bought new shirts, and the first time I washed them, they were fine, but then I ironed them and they shrank. And I was like, what's going on? And the fibre, the material was soft when I bought them.
Yes.
And then it kind of went kind of hard, slightly harder. And I found out that I was using too hot an iron, and it had melted the fibres. So I'd ruined my shirts.
Yes.
This does not melt the fibre, because that's how most irons work, by melting the fibre, or a lot of irons anyway.
3,000 watts of heat on a conventional iron is an electric fire. That's what you're ironing your best dry trousers with. But with this, it's only 750 watts. Can I just show you this? Because,
Yeah, please do.
You know,
Oh,
we've
it's
got
lovely.
denim, we've got a silk embroidery, we've also got satin ribbon. So that would be 3 different temperatures on one iron. But it doesn't matter, because with this, you're ironing on a cushion of steam.
What is the heat doing? It's really just softening, or I don't know.
Just softening.
Yeah.
But you've also got 5 times more steam than any other iron on the market.
Say that again.
5 times more steam
Than any other iron on the market.
And that's
6 bar of pressure.
Yep, and that's
lot
what
of bars.
Polty
I would know.
has developed, okay, with
That
this
is
iron.
extraordinary.
So
Because they invented the steam generator.
They did.
Can you explain? Because I tried in my sort of muggle way to explain what a steam generator iron is. As a professional, can you explain to people the difference between a proper, full steam generator iron and a regular iron?
Okay, regular iron. You've got literally a little egg cup full of water that goes in there, okay? You've got high heat with your temperature control. The hottest one is, as I say, 3,000 watts, so that is melting fibres. We've all done it when we do this. You know, we all wipe it down, because all that fibres we've melted is now on there. So that's how your conventional iron works. What this does, it has 2 chambers. Water goes into there at the front. It's taken out as it's needed and put into the chamber at the back.
Yes.
That's heated and pressurized. So the minute you press the button, you get that blast of steam come through. Okay.
And it always siphons in enough water that it needs to be able to create a constant power of steam.
Exactly. So therefore it's not fluctuating. Also with this iron, it has 2 chambers. So normally you have 1 chamber running round, so the water will pass through the chambers. Can you see these grooves that's in the iron? Okay,
Yes,
if I just turn it round, yep, okay.
That is pretty groovy.
Right, so when you put that amount of steam in, when you put it onto a garment, it forces the steam around these chambers.
Yeah.
So therefore, if you like, it dissipates the steam. It puts the steam in all the areas that it's needed to be in. So it's not that they fancied an unusual looking sole plate.
Science.
It's science.
But also,
exactly.
because there are other steam irons out there, and so nobody else can make a steam generator iron, is
Yes,
that right?
they can. It's how it goes from that boiler into this boiler. It's how it's maintained the pressure that's inside there.
Right.
That's what Franco Polti patented all those years
Now,
ago.
has anybody else, and please do tell me if it, I know you're here to talk about Polti, but has anyone else done it better in your
No,
years?
because they can't. In fact, there was one company who tried, and unfortunately...
Patent infringement?
Yep, absolutely. And the name is resembles something up in the sky. Yeah.
Well, it's a bit like when Apple, when Steve Jobs created the Apple computer. they basically sort of did everything pretty much right.
Yes.
And then it was all patented. So the reason why PCs are almost like Frankenstein units with different components and such is because you can't build the integral system that Apple make.
No,
because it's all patented.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's only ever, I mean, I love PCs, don't get me wrong, and I think there are some amazing machines that I've got. I use a PC at the moment. I love Macs too, and I think there's a good place for each. But certainly, there isn't, I don't think, as robust a hardware system for computing as Macs.
Yeah,
because they've got the patents on it, and it's kind of the point I'm trying to make is
yes,
the
absolutely.
same thing here.
They might have the pressure. One of them might have the tank where you can fill all the time.
Yeah.
But none of them have got all the bells and whistles.
These
and that's what Poulty have passed.
And you're at 90, what is it, £93, 92? So I can't do maths, I'm terrible. But it's a lot. It's almost 100. It's almost 100 quid off, isn't it?
Well, that's it. And the thing is,
it's a lot off.
You go and buy a normal iron that you see in the supermarket.
Yeah.
You're going to pay £100 virtually.
Yeah.
When you pick it up, it's heavy in the shop.
Because you know what, they use the weight as a selling point. Oh, it's a 50, it's an extra 5 kilo, because the people used to think, well, that's what you need to do better ironing.
Absolutely.
Then
you've got to put water in it, then it adds to the weight.
Yeah.
With this, the water's in here. The only thing that's coming up there is steam. So it doesn't matter, because you don't need to have the water at the back of there. That also stops this when all that brown stuff comes flooding through because of the calcium filter at the back.
It goes in the back, so you get a spare one as well.
Yeah, you get a spare one.
A spare one in the price.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are they normally to buy? Any idea?
I think about £12. I think.
Okay,
something,
so
but
another 12
please
quid
don't
of value
quote
in
me
there.
on that
No.
one. Yeah.
Bev, I'm going to stop talking, and I might even go get a little seat and sit. I know you probably want to sit. You want to sit down and iron? You want to take
Sit
the ironing?
down, yeah.
Do you want to take the ironing board?
You can't really sit. Well, you can be. Anybody at home?
I'm just offering, because we've been on our
Just
feet
be
for. I'm just
careful.
offering you some.
No,
comfort.
I need to.
Yeah.
I've had quite a lot of water to drink.
Oh, good,
Yes.
good, yes.
I could just do
can you
that.
just impress? Let's
Yes.
do a quick fire round.
Yep, absolutely.
Boom, 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 boom.
Right.
Press the living heck out of us.
Right, linen.
Linen.
Okay, for a start. That's normally an absolute nightmare. What you do is you wet the garment, you get your water bottle and you spray it. Put water into the garment, and then when you go to hang it up, it recreases. Unfortunately, it's
Yep.
that is being trapped within those fibres is still there, and that's what causes the recreasing. Now, what Poulty do, it opens the fibres up the steam. The back part of the iron is the drying plate, so that closes those fibres together. That will cut down on your recreasing of your garments by nearly 80%, which is a lot.
So not
yes.
only does it get the creases out, not only does it do it in roughly
Yep.
half the time,
Yep.
but it prevents the creasing coming back by as much as 80%.
80%.
I mean, goodness me.
And that's
Who
down
thought? I never thought as a grown man or as a grown human that I
Yes.
would get so excited about a flipping iron.
Yeah, it does.
Just-
That's what,
I love my Poulty. You will too. I honestly believe you will.
now
If
things
anyone
like
hates this iron, then you're doing it wrong.
yeah. Now, garments with like a lurex thread or anything like that.
Oh, what now?
Lurex thread.
Oh, yeah.
This
I'll just take
lurex.
your word.
This,
Oh,
yeah,
sort of
yeah,
like the gold flecks.
yeah, like that.
I can imagine pleats are hard to do.
Yeah. Well, look at that, crisp.
That is lovely. Do you know what? I'm
Yeah.
a bit of a fan of those skirts.
Are you?
Not to wear,
Oh,
but I know I do. I think they are very flattering to
Yes.
the female form.
yes, they are. They're very nice.
That's what I'm trying to say. Not trying to be weird about
Right.
it.
What
make
about
it weird.
this?
What about that? Well, I don't think I'd fit me.
Well, what about you'd have to turn it inside
Well,
out?
how would you
wouldn't
do it? It's got sequins and
Buttons
bows and buttons.
and all sorts.
What do you
okay?
do? You
Poulty it. But you Poulty it very quickly.
Yeah.
Now, this was my daughter's.
Do you know what? Was it? Oh, how sweet.
yeah, I know.
You know what else? You know, with conventional iron, if you accidentally iron in a crease because it catches the fabric, you can never get the crease out again. So then you have to spritz it with water. Do you remember that?
Yep.
But
Dealt
with this,
this.
occasionally I have been a bit overzealous and I've
Yeah,
I put
put
a
a
crease
crease
in,
in.
but it takes it out again right away. It
Well-
just does. Next, what's next?
black trousers.
Black trousers.
Now, normally you would put something on to protect the black.
Or hems. If you're
because
going to
of
do
the high
Wonder
shine.
Web or other types of bonding.
Yeah,
This
absolutely.
is perfect for that. Iron-on patches, iron-on transfers,
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
But if you're going to do things like this normally with a conventional iron, you create high shine because
it melts the fibres.
Yep,
This does not,
absolutely.
though.
No,
The fibres are protected.
but look how quick.
Oh, my
5
Lord.
times more steam.
I know, because I do my suit trousers. They say you should never iron, dry clean only trousers. Well, I do, because you know what I do? I pulty it. Oh, I thought we were going to do that in unison.
We
You know
are.
what I do? I
Now.
pulty. Never mind.
Never mind. I will in a minute. I'm going to now. How many times do we get that crease wrong?
Oh, wait. Can we see it? Can we actually see
Can
the
we
seam?
that? Sorry. Need to lift him up, Casey.
Can you see? Is it visible? I can't see on my. I can't see my monitor. Okay, we see it.
Okay.
We can confirm it's there. No, but that's a proper crease that's been put in by like a dry cleaner or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
There you go.
It's only gone and gone. I
Yeah.
don't believe that. That was like a professional, creasing.
Crease. Yeah. Absolutely.
That good.
But if you can imagine how many
Only got a
times
handful of these left.
this eye got ironed, I mean, it's unbelievable. Vertical ironing, you don't even have to get the board out if you don't
No.
want to. Things like this, I mean, you've got like lycra inside here, it's wool, but also all this, well, I'm not quite sure what it is really, but if
It
you,
ain't easy to iron normally.
no, it isn't. But
What about feathers?
oh, well, you do it from a distance,
Yeah.
yeah. But look how easy that is. And you're not stretching the fabric out of shape.
Well, here's the other thing, right? So I was telling you the story about how I ruined my shirts. So I got some use out of them.
Yes.
I had to throw them away and buy them again. Now they were, I think I paid £25 a shirt.
Oh.
So I mean, I buy cheap. I'll tell you it doesn't.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can't
yeah.
tell. But
Yeah.
the fact is that so what did I have? 6 shirts. So it was 150 quid.
Yeah.
That I then had to buy. I had to spend again.
Yes.
Because my iron had ruined the old ones.
Yeah.
So this would have saved. This iron actually now is saving me having to buy clothes as regularly.
Well, it does, because
You say, yeah.
we're all good at, we go to a wide range of places to shop these days. We all know that particular one on the high street that we all go, that we like to buy inexpensively.
Oh yes, yes, I know.
you know where we mean.
Yes, I know where we
okay,
mean, yes.
right. Well, we do, and we think, well, we've not paid an awful lot for a jumper, let's say. We don't expect it to last. But if you use your steam iron, that steam will take care of those fibres
Actually,
and fabric.
in the amount of money that you would spend on buying replacement clothes or buying clothes more frequently if you use a conventional iron, again, this could pay for itself.
Yes.
It is really, it's an investment, and I love things like that.
Yeah.
Because if it pays for itself, I know you're buying it now at 157 quid, but if that's money you're going to spend anyway on clothes, on replacing clothes, or dry cleaning bills, or all of that sort of stuff, and dry cleaning bills, it don't take you long to do 157 quid with dry cleaning bills.
No.
A few suits and a couple of dresses or whatever.
Yeah.
But also, if you're a dressmaker, this is perfect. This is if you've got wedding dresses, bridesmaids
Yes,
gowns,
yeah.
formal wear, dinner suits, dinner dresses,
Well,
cocktail dresses,
yeah.
all of that. This is perfect for that.
It is, and as well,
Professional iron, isn't it?
isn't it nice to think that you're buying stuff that when you take it out of the box, it does what it says on that box.
Yeah.
It gives you a fantastic finish to your garments. It makes life easier because you're not struggling, pushing the iron down, trying to get the creases out. I think today, money's hard earned, and I think you've got to spend it wisely. I know I have.
yeah.
And to buy something like this at this particular price and get this kind of quality, and it just makes sense to me.
Yeah,
and also you've got a 2-year warranty on this, and don't forget,
The service.
yeah,
Yes,
they'll
listen to
come and
this.
collect it from your home. You don't have to go and struggle to a post office or wherever. They'll come and collect it. They'll either exchange or repair it. And after that, they'll get it back in your home between 5 to 7 working days. Now, I've paid extra in the past for a television I once brought for a 5-year warranty that was nowhere near as good as what that would be.
By the way, if you're wondering why we haven't gone back to the steam mop, it's technically sold out. We are trying desperately to see if we can get some more stock from another show, but we are. What time is it now? Okay, so we've got 25 minutes. To be honest, 35 minutes. I don't know if we will manage it. The iron is almost sold out as well. I'm going to ask my director actually if we can have a little promo break in a moment. That would be lovely if that's okay, so that you can we can show you how to order if you've never watched us before, and also follow us on social media, and also our order delivery is extremely good as well. So have a look at this. We'll be back in a moment.
There are 3 convenient ways to place your order with ShopOnTV. Just scan the QR code with your smartphone's camera app to view the current on-screen item. Or go directly to our website, shopontv.co.uk, where you'll find all the products in today's show. Simply add the items you want to buy to your online shopping basket and check out. Prefer ordering by phone? Give our UK-based customer service centre a call on 03333 241 241. Friendly representatives are available to assist you 24 hours a day. Straightforward shopping with ShopOnTV. After you've ordered from ShopOnTV, we aim to deliver your purchases as quickly as possible. Postage and packing charges cover standard UK delivery, which is normally 3 to 5 working days, though depending on the carrier, you could receive your products sooner. Certain items may be offered with expedited delivery for a nominal extra charge. We'll give you a delivery estimate every time you place an order. Not going to be home or prefer to have your packages arrive at a different address? No problem. Just enter the destination information when you check out. Once you pay, it's on the way from ShopOnTV.
Keep up to date with all the latest news, information and special offers from ShopOnTV by following us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok and YouTube. You'll find us at ShopOnTV Live. Be a part of our fun community at ShopOnTV.
There are 3 convenient ways to place your order with ShopOnTV. Just scan the QR code with your smartphone's camera app to view the current on-screen item. Or go directly to our website, shopontv.co.uk, where you'll find all the products in today's show. Simply add the items you want to buy to your online shopping basket and check out. Prefer ordering by phone? Give our UK-based customer service centre a call on 03333 241 241. Friendly representatives are available to assist you 24 hours a day. Straightforward shopping with ShopOnTV.
Hi, you are watching Shop on TV with me, Rob Locke, with an E. And, well, what a night this has been. What a fantastic night. It's been so busy. Thank you. We really appreciate your watching us. And honestly, it means a huge amount. I love being on the telly with you at this time of night. Feel free to follow me on social media if you want to, at Rob Locke on TV. That's at Rob Locke with an E on TV. L-O-C-K-E on TV. With an E. At Twitter, or X as it's called now, Facebook, YouTube, all of it. That's my social media handle on absolutely everything. I do reply to Twitter messages and things like that. I love to hear your comments, especially the funny ones. And also, if you want to follow Shop on TV, we just showed you a little promo for that, then it's Shop on TV Live, again, across all the different social media formats if you want to find us. It's been such a busy night. We're still desperately trying to see if we can get some more stock of the steam mop. And we apologise profusely for the technical issues tonight. Look, it's been the busiest night of our since we started broadcasting on the 1st of December. And so thank you. And sorry, but we've got all our IT bods flying around in the middle of the night, sorting it all out for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to get Bev back in a moment. Maybe we can show you the video of the iron if possible. And because this honestly and truly is, and we've only got, how many? We've got about 5 or 6 irons left. It's hardly any. We're trying to get more of the iron as well. What we tend to do is, you know, if we've got 3 shows that are planned, we try to share the stock across those shows, and that's what happened tonight. But we had such a demand for the steam mop that we're trying to steal what we have for another show to bring it into this show, but it's not, unfortunately, our system. It's not as easy to do that as you might hope. But anyway, I'm not here to make excuses. I'm here to tell you that I'm really, really pleased you're with us. And have you had any emails? Is Leslie there? Have we had any emails? Okay, well, so right, well, I'll just stand here and just entertain the crowd then, shall I? What have you been up to lately? What have you been up to? We'll get Beverly a microphone in a minute, and then hopefully she can come back and she can talk about the iron with us as well. But, oh, thank you very much. I'm so sorry, I do apologise, because we're trying to sort everything out. I haven't got a producer or a floor manager or anything, so I'm kind of a bit stuck here at the moment. But Beverly is getting her mic on, and I'm here to say, isn't it wonderful being on live television? I've always wanted to be on live television, but I've sold out of everything. So here we are, the time has come. But as long as I can communicate with my viewers, and someone can read an email to me or two in my ear while I'm talking to them, then that's all I need. So for example, I haven't had any emails. Great, good, excellent. So this is what happens this is what they call in television dead air. How long do you think I can? No, I can't. It's just so, the last thing you want as a presenter is dead air. And so I'm not going to stand here silently. I'm going to talk to you. But there's really... Oh, have we got some more stock? We got some more stock of the mop. Hallelujah. How much have we got? Oh, we've got a few more units. Thank goodness for that. Marvellous. Oh, it was all worthwhile then. Thank you very much indeed for tuning in. All I want to hit, if you know any good jokes, let me see if I can tell you a good joke. Why did the goat look over the wall? Because he couldn't see through it. No, I said good joke, didn't I? So are you ready, Bev? Right, I think Bev's ready. Okay.
I'm ready.
I'm going to walk this way.
Which way are we going? Where are we going?
That was interesting.
It was. Did you know
Very
that's the
interesting.
first time I've had to nip off?
No, that's quite all right. But that's the first time I've ever... Normally I'm happy to communicate, but when you don't have... Because the producers focused on something. When everybody... I literally had nobody. I had nothing to say or go to. So, for the 976 people who are currently holding to get the steam mop, we now have some stock for you. It's only a couple of hundred, so there are still 600, 700 people more trying to get one than we have, but we do have some stock available for you. If you want the iron, please check that out. There are 100 of you with that in your basket as well. You can check out right now. You can check out right now. So, should we have a little look at the mop again? We're going to go back to the mop.
Yes, let's go back to them.
Let's go back to the mop.
Walk this way.
Well, you go over there and I'll wait until my director says I can follow. In fact, there we go. We can walk now because here it is. All you have to do is add water. Just add water. No harsh chemicals needed at all. And that means that you can save, potentially, well, certainly the money that you're buying the mop for, you probably will spend on cleaning products anyway, cleaning chemicals. You don't need any of those anymore, or at least most of those quite probably. Steam does it all. And that now we've got the new stock, everybody's rushing in. Come and get it. Come and fill your boots, ladies and gentlemen. It is something that honestly, I think will be the best thing you've bought in this whole year, possibly in the whole of last year. It really is that good. Steam, and this is the only steam mop that we know of that can kill up to 99.9% of germs and bacteria and spores and mold and things like that, because it has patented technology. It has the heater or the boiler in the head. What seems like such an obvious idea, but it hadn't been done before. Because this is patented, it's the only one that can do it. That means that instead of the water being heated at the handle, which also means you'd have a big water tank that's usually quite heavy, by the time the steam gets down to the bottom with the others, it's already at a temperature that is too low to kill germs and bacteria and such. This, however, does not suffer from that problem because all of the heat is in the head. And that means that you can use it on all your hard surfaces. You can use it basically on any hard surface, as long as it is, if it's a wood surface, as long as it is sealed. So you can use it on your gloss paintwork, but you wouldn't use it on your emulsion paintwork or your walls because it would strip the paint. You can, however, if you want to strip your wallpaper, you can use this as a wallpaper stripper as well. But remember, not only is it cleaning, not only is it killing germs, it is deodorizing, it is sanitizing. And that steam, it does it almost instantly on contact. Have a look. Why don't you take 2 minutes right now, if you can be bothered. Go and pick what your favorite surface cleaner, right, for your kitchen or your bathroom. Read the small print and see what it says as to how long you have to leave that on before you wipe it off. And I guarantee that you probably never ever have left it on even close to long enough. The next time you use a sanitizing wipe, read the surface, the small print. It'll tell you the surface area that it will clean with one wipe and how many times you have to go over that surface for how long until the germs are dead. I'd almost guarantee that you've never done that either, not even close. Steam, the minute it comes into contact with those germs, almost instantly, that's it, they're done.
Do you know 1 litre of water produces 1,000 litres of steam?
Really?
Yep. That's how powerful it is. I mean, let's face it, if it can move a train, it can move a stain.
Oh! Did you just make that up? The birth of a genius saying.
Wow.
What was it again? If it can move a train, it can remove a stain. Write that down, somebody. Trademark it immediately. But also, it will get rid of wax. It will get rid of tar. Things like crayon, makeup. If you spilled, even nail polish.
Nail polish, yeah.
Really? Without acetone?
Yep. You'll have to hold it over a few seconds because it has to break down the structure of the nail polish.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, the things that it can do. I mean, for instance, your carpets. The worst thing you can do is pour loads and loads of chemicals on it because it just makes them feel very soapy and very sticky. When you use steam, it softens the fibres of the carpet, it forces the dirt from the bottom and it brings it back up to the surface.
Have you ever noticed sometimes when you do your floors with a chemical floor cleaner, like, because I always think you have to get one of those very sort of powerful sort of disinfectants.
Yes.
But because it dries sticky, it actually, you find a few days later your floor seems to get dirtier quicker.
Yes.
Because I guess the dirt, the dust as it sits on the floor, it sticks to it.
It sticks to it. I mean, we've all done it. We've all stepped on the floor and it sounds like you're standing on a packet of crisps.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, it's the dirt, the residue that you've left behind. And if you're sticking to it, that means that the dirt sticks to it quicker.
Yeah.
Now, candle wax, anything like that, just hold it over the surface. Let the steam dissolve the candle wax and then just wipe it off. You will never have pet smells because it kills the bacteria that creates the odour in the first place.
Right.
Do it inside the pet beds.
What are other smelly things that, if you cook a lot?
Cook, yeah.
The smoke from your cooking,
Yeah.
because it's like an oily, greasy smoke that falls down
Well,
maybe on your upholstery if you have a through lounge kind of
We
thing.
had fish the other day, and I'm not joking. I couldn't wait to get my steam mop out. You know, it just hangs in the atmosphere, and you put the thing on. But you know, honestly, it really is such an easy way to clean.
Yeah.
And not only is it easy, it's extremely effective
And affordable. It comes out your tap.
Yes.
I mean, you've got basically from now, I know people might be on water meters and water does cost a certain amount of money, but basically you've got an endless supply of cleaner on tap. By the way, Jamie sent in a joke. Thank you very much to Jamie. Unfortunately, we can't read it out on air, but I do look forward to hearing what it was a little when we come off air in about 20 minutes time. Do you know, the new stock is now flying.
Yeah.
I mean, it's I'm not surprised, and I think a lot of people will be checking out in the morning as well because maybe they gave up tonight and thought, I'll go to bed and try in the morning.
Yeah.
Thanks for bearing with us, and I'm so sorry. I don't know why we didn't put more stock on, but in the
No.
first place,
Well,
but there we are. You know, these are the things.
Who-
The
how
best
do you know?
plans. I'm not to
Who
criticise. Who knew? You know what I mean?
Right,
So,
20 seconds heat up time. So when you want to grab it just to do the kitchen floor, 20 seconds heat up time.
Yeah.
Water inside there, tap water. Don't have to buy the fancy de-iodinized
No.
water or anything
bottle
like
as
that.
well,
Yep,
get
you
that.
get the filler bottle which to put it in. So it makes it easier. As I say,
Lovely
when
little
you
booklet.
switch it on,
Yeah.
20 seconds heat up time, it will go. It's on turbo, normal and eco, right?
Yeah.
Now turbo is for your carpets, so you want to get the steam in a bit further.
And would you always use the rectangular one for carpets?
Always, because it glides over the surface. Normal is for your hard floors, okay? And then your eco are for your wooden floors, your sealed wooden floors. There's also a place where it says cartridge reset, because this part of the cartridge is what filters out the calcium and the lime scale before that water gets anywhere near the tank down at the bottom. That's another part that is patented on this machine. So therefore you're not letting limescale anywhere near that water tank.
Yeah.
That cartridge, you get one in the packet. You can take this out and then put it back in again. It's so quick and easy. That's your steam trigger, so you hold the trigger to produce the steam. More importantly, the boiler is at the bottom of the machine. How many times have you brought steam cleaners and steam mops where the boiler is at the top? Because by the time it's left the boiler, travelled down the pipe, got to the floor surface it's cleaning, the temperature then has reduced. So it might start off at 100 degrees up here. By the time it gets down here, it could have cooled down to nearly 50 degrees. So therefore, you're not in germ-killing territory of 99%. It's a lot less. Also, because the steam isn't as powerful, it turns to water and therefore it wets all your floors. But because the boiler's here, the water is instantly heated and that keeps that temperature at 100 degrees. So you are killing, can't speak now, I'm too late.
Well, I was just going to say, I don't even know why I'm still here. I could go home. You're brilliant. Just let you get on with it.
Killing 99.9% of all the germs that's down on
On any of the modes. That's the other interesting I'd missed, is that because obviously you can't reduce the temperature because otherwise it doesn't kill the germs.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And even on your eco mode, just reduces the amount of steam, but it does not reduce the temperature. So whatever surface you're cleaning, you are still sanitizing that surface.
Could you take a little step just to your left? Because I'm going to show everybody what they get.
Okay.
So, it starts off, I haven't
Get
got one
two of
there.
those.
Well, you get obviously you get the actual trigger handle, right? So you get, one of these is already included, but we give you another two. So you get 3 in total of the triangular, okay? Then you get one of these are for the rectangular. You do get one of those included in the main box anyway. We give you an extra 2. So 3 in total of those. You also get, thanks Beth, you also get the water bottle. That comes included. You do get your first cartridge included as well. These are replaceable. We have them on the website. They're on the screen at the moment. They're $13.95 each. You probably get, if you're in a really, really like the worst hard water area you can think of, and you use this a regular amount of time, you probably get about 6 months out of it. So maybe buy another one, get a year's supply if you want to, save you coming back. You also get the tool, and the tool is basically to allow you to remove the cartridge like that. That is included. You get a booklet. Thank you very much. Which is a really, really nicely made booklet. The owner's guide tells you all about it. 2-year warranty on this as well. Lots of lovely colour pictures and things like that. And also you've got, say that again, Leslie. And you don't even need to register your warranty. It's already, there's no problem. This is the carpet glider, so this goes over the rectangular head. Now this is a bonus head. In the bundle, normally you would just get the triangular one. Now, There are other bundles out there as well that we'll show you the prices of in a moment, but you do get that, and you get the so that would be for your regular surfaces with the clips on the top. That's where you put your things in. Oh, sorry, you put them up like that. Yeah, okay. Thank you, like so, and then you put them down and that holds your thingies in place. But the carpet glider is so that you can obviously glide over your carpet and groom your carpet. So you get that included as well. Tube, maybe?
Yep, that's your tube, sorry.
And you also get, thank you, and I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
Cuddly toy. We're going to do it. We're going to do something like that next year, probably. You also get the extension tube as well. Izzy wizzy, let's get busy. So you get that, and obviously you get the trigger head. So it comes in 2 boxes, as you can see here, and again with the microfiber pads. But we're actually including 2 extra heads pads with the triangular one as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so you get, basically you get 6 in total, 3 of each size. Lots of you are buying, now you will use a lot of them. So actually I do recommend that you get yourself another pack or 2 of the microfiber cloths for both. How many would you recommend is a good number to have?
I would have 4 of each.
4 of
you've
each?
Got to, yeah. I'd put yourself another packet in or a couple of packets because they last for such a long time.
Yeah.
It's not something you're going to dispose. I mean, when you get these home, you remember the nappies that we
Yeah, the terry nappies.
Yeah, terry nappies. Honestly and truthfully, they're better quality than them.
But also you could kind of do virtually your whole flat or house with
easy,
one.
With one, because
Or even if it's 2, you know,
Yeah.
then you throw them in the wash and then
And
you've
then
got it ready
2
again.
more, yeah. And don't forget, they are bringing out a new mop head that's actually a polisher. So instead of having to buy the whole unit, you will just replace the head. You'll just buy another head.
yeah.
And that's what they're going to do. They're going to bring out different things, and then you can add to your modular system.
Although even with this, as Bev was saying earlier, I don't know if you do it on the rectangular or the triangular or both, but you can put a few drops of beeswax and the steam will actually liquefy it, and then you can work it in. You can polish your floors with this as well.
You
can strip your
You wouldn't
wallpaper
pause.
with it.
Yeah.
You can get rid of, you know, if you spill wax on a carpet, hairspray if it's stuck to your upholstery from sitting with hairspray in the back of your head.
Clean your upholstery.
Clean all your upholstery. You know, you've got
Mattresses.
pets that sit on your mattresses or sit on your upholstery.
Yeah.
This not only will deodorise and sanitise, but also help remove the pet hair because it will clean the
Curtains.
microfibers. Curtains, net curtains.
Yep, anything that's
I mean, any hard surface too.
Tiles.
In the car.
Showers, anything, in shower enclosures. You
Yeah.
can do that. I mean, you name it, you can do it. And you can strip wallpaper with it. So it's not just a floor mop.
So 2 ways to order. Either just call 03333 241 241 if you prefer the phone, and all major credit cards accepted. And also you can go to shopontv.co.uk, which is our website. Click on latest shows products, and you can see all the other things as well that we have available. But there are the different pads. The ironing board's sold out, as you can see. We had sold out of the steam cleaner or the steam cleaning system, but now we managed to get a little bit more back in stock. But that is already being depleted rapidly. The Pulte iron, we have a question about that, from Clive. Will it handle sticky transfers on kids'
Come
t-shirts?
this way.
Absolutely it will. Okay, we're going over there now, apparently.
Come this
Right.
way. Come this
Walk
way.
this way.
Walk this way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Excuse us while we just tidy up.
yeah, just
Yeah.
right. Things like this.
Ah, yeah.
Okay, that's what you're talking about. Now, it has an auto shut off. Okay, so it heats up in about 20 seconds.
Okay.
So what you need to do is switch it back on,
Yep.
press the set button, and you can see that that's flashing. That will flash at you until it's set the actual temperature and steam. Once it's done that, that's all you need to do. And as I say, you can actually see it flashing. Also, you've got on this different settings. No dry iron,
Yeah.
eco, low steam, and also you've
Yeah.
got high steam. Okay?
So it's fine
Yep.
on these.
So literally hover over those transfers, okay?
Yeah. Now, can you use it to apply transfers as well?
Yes, you can.
So you turn the
yes.
steam off?
Yep, you can do well, it's entirely left to you. You can do it as a dry iron.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, when I've done the Wonder Web, and I know there's other
Types,
types, but I use the steam because it's quicker.
Yeah. Okay, speaking of staying with steam, let's go back to the steam mop. Here we come. Oh, look at that. Thank you, Clive. I hope that answers your question. Where are we going next? Where would you like to go
Well,
next? Let's do some
We've
demonstration.
been showing the full mop.
Yeah, we're almost
okay?
out of time, actually.
What we've done is we've taken the pole off now.
Yep.
And so now we've
Was
got...
that a north or a south?
It was a south.
Right.
Yes, I always find that the south. So now, I'm not going to do it on the television.
No.
But now we could do it on the tiles in the kitchen. We can now do the worktops in the kitchen because it's easier to manoeuvre. Also the top of the cooker we could do.
Top of the cooker.
Because it dissolves grease, you don't need chemicals of any shape or
Like
form.
I say, you'll spend $99.99 on chemicals. You will, unless you don't use chemicals at all. But I know a lot of people are trying to get away from using chemicals. This is the answer. Because the only other alternative to get the steam, the germ-killing, sanitizing, deodorizing effect is to buy one of the really big steam mops, isn't it, with the, with the canister.
Yes, absolutely.
This is, as far as we know, the only handheld one that does it.
But
So that's, I mean, and it's half price. And we've got the majority of the stock that's left in the country.
And it's lightweight. I mean, you know, it's easy to lift that onto your three-piece suite. Talk about, you know, the hairspray at the back.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can tip it
If
into...
it, so if it's a really, the rule of thumb,
Yeah.
if it's a really long, been there for a long time, tough, ground in, deep
Yeah.
stain,
Yeah, yeah.
hold the steam over it for what,
Well,
how
just
long?
about 3 seconds,
3
3 to
seconds,
5
okay.
seconds. Just hold it, let it start to penetrate, break down
Yeah.
the process
And
of...
if you have to hit it a couple of times, you just keep doing it.
Exactly, you keep doing it.
Yeah.
But I mean, these chairs look very nice, I must admit. And
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thing is, we're all changing and having different upholstery
Yep.
and that. But in a bit, we'll need them cleaning. But if
Yeah.
you use your steam, you'll be able to get rid of any odours that's there.
What does
but
it
you
cost
refresh
to
it.
get somebody to come out? So I've got a 2.5 seat sofa recliner, and to get somebody out to clean that fully is a couple £100.
Yeah, I bet.
So, you know, you could, and a lot of people do this every couple of years.
Yeah.
It could be 200-300, maybe more,
Yeah.
depending on how much upholstery you've got. I actually vowed I'd never buy upholstery again because now we've been using it for several years, and it has started to it's got a lot of odours in it and things like that. And it does need a darn good clean. For 99 quid, now you can do it yourself. If you've got pets, if you've got kids, and also babies, if you want peace of mind with a newborn crawling around on your
mattress.
kitchen floor. You
But
know.
also cot mattresses. You know,
Oh,
if you
cot
want-
mattresses, yeah.
You know,
Car seats.
Yeah, car seats,
Yeah.
anything. The back of the cart. Now, if you've got leather, you cannot put steam of any kind directly onto leather, but there is a way to clean leather.
Yeah.
Okay? Hold it away about 7 inches, okay?
Yeah.
You let the steam settle onto the leather. You get a cloth and you just wipe it away.
Right.
Because it will soften the leather and it also helps to release the dirt.
Yes.
But please don't put it directly on.
So other than leather, obviously you don't put it on any untreated wood.
No.
You don't put it on any untreated surface. So if it's
No.
if it's an emulsioned wall,
Yeah.
it'll take the paint off. So don't do that. But if it's gloss, so your windowsills and things like your door frames, door surrounds, door jambs,
Oh,
wooden
absolutely
doors,
fine. Yeah.
fine for that.
Yeah.
And again, if you've got glass windows, you don't put it
Just
on
heat them up.
cold windows. Just
Yeah.
let it warm, the steam warm
just-
it for a bit.
yeah, just hold it. That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see how the construction is. I mean, it's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
It's lightweight, it's easy to do. You've got a twist and turn on the thing. It's easy to put together and to take apart. So if you've got dexterity problems, you've not got a problem. You've got to have just normal tap water. You haven't got to go down to the shops and buy deionized water, because that cartridge that you can see there actually filters out all the lime scale before it gets anywhere near the boiler, and
Yeah.
the boiler's at the bottom.
But our director just made a really good point. You know, if you're in the middle of cleaning something, or you have a spill, and then you go, oh my God, I've run out of cleaner.
Yes.
Then you've either got to pop to the shops,
Yeah,
but with this, you never run out of cleaner because it's in your tap.
absolutely.
You can, or, you know what I mean? It's literally it's literally on tap.
Yeah, well, it is. 20 seconds heat up time, so
Yeah.
you can afford to just, I'll nip in and go and have it.
Do you know, I would say if chemical cleaners cleaned so much better than steam,
Yes.
I'd say, well, to heck with steam. I'll just use the thank you very much. I'll pay my money and make my choice. But they don't necessarily.
No.
They may kill germs as effectively.
Yeah.
But do they clean as effectively? No, because they may leave an aroma. They may leave a noxious smell, particularly
Yep.
if you've got bleaches involved. They also tend to leave your floor sticky or your
Yep,
surfaces sticky,
they do,
which
yep.
attracts dirt.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily work on everything. Steam is such a multi-hyphenate when it comes to everything.
Well,
that
it
will clean.
is. I mean, and it's Mother's Nature at her finest, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, where the where the surfaces are concerned, you sanitize it. I mean, even if you used a cleaner, okay, you would not get it as clean as steam because you could not put your hands in the temperature of water as to what this will reach.
No,
So
no,
therefore,
130 degrees.
yeah, 130 degrees, but it settles down
Yeah.
at 100 degrees.
Actually, you could get the kids cleaning with it at that side if they want to have a go.
yeah, of course you could.
Yeah, and in all seriousness, as I say, if you are wheelchair bound, if
Well,
you
that's
are
why I
of
was just doing it, yeah.
diminutive stature,
Yeah.
then this is great for you because it
Yeah.
doesn't matter whether you use it with the pole or not. The cleaning effect is exactly the same. It's merely about convenience for the size of the you know what you want to clean, whether you want to how high you want to get,
Yep.
or how tall you are. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Now, I've cleaned the wooden floor and I went straight onto the white tiles, and you would think that the white tiles would show the dirt,
Yeah.
okay? But what's
This dirt is
transferred-
all inert. The dirt is inert
Dirt
because the
is
steam
inert.
has denatured all of
It
the.
creates a static
the
charge
the-
between the
yeah.
dirt and the cloth, and it holds it into place. So there is no dirt transference. And if you looked at this cloth under a microscope, there's tiny little hooks and curls on each fibre which holds on to that dirt. So there is no dirt transference.
Can I just say we've had an email from Vicky. Vicky, I apologise profusely. She loved my online show Unlocked, and she never won a Rob Lock toilet roll, unfortunately.
Oh.
If I still had some, Vicky, I would. And so many people ask me, is there ever going to be a second season? Someday. Maybe we'll just sell out products more quickly and we'll do it from here. If I'd had something planned and brought some loo rolls in, we could have done a competition. We'll have it on standby. Unlocked was an entertainment talk show I did for one season as a pilot season, hopefully to be turned into a TV show. Maybe we'll get it turned into a TV show. Maybe I'll just take over the ITV airwaves one night.
Okay.
Until they flick the switch. So, yeah. It almost happened earlier, except I had no material. I had nothing.
No.
My one opportunity scuppered because everyone had left.
They've
Just
left you,
deserted us.
deserted you, yes,
Yeah.
I know. It's terrible. It really is.
No, by the way, we had a question. How do you clean the cloths?
Okay. Just take it off, just throw it into the washer.
Do you have to throw it, or can you place it gently?
You can place it
Right,
gently if
right.
you wish. I don't. I'm a throw it. At
You're
the
right. I
type
almost
of
said.
girl. Yeah.
I almost said something I didn't mean to say. I was going to say you toss it in, but
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
you get the idea.
Yeah.
She's
You
not
put
one of
it
those.
in the washer
She's
any
not
way you wish, but as long as
Can you plonk it?
yes, you can plonk it.
right.
As long as you get that in the washer, it doesn't matter how you put it in.
Can you whack
But
it in there as well?
wash it. No fabric conditioner because that stops the absorption
Yeah.
of any of these types of cloths. You just want to just wash it on a decent temperature.
Yeah, do you know, not a lot of people know this. Interesting fact, right?
No.
The way fabric softener works is it basically clogs the fibres of the fabric.
Yeah.
So it makes them feel soft, which is great on a towel or a bed sheet, but on something which is relying on the fibres to capture dirt, not so good. That's why you never, actually even towels, you should never use fabric softener on towels or anything you clean with, because again, if you use it on towels, they might feel fluffy and soft, but they're not absorbing the water as well from your body.
You know what else fabric conditioner does?
What's that?
You know when you use your iron,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
The iron will suck up the fabric conditioner
Yeah.
and it blocks the holes, and then
Oh.
periodically when the hole is full,
Yeah.
you go to spray it and all that stuff goes all over your
Oh,
best
good.
white shirt.
Doesn't happen with a Polty steam iron, by the way.
No, it doesn't actually, because
No.
there's no water in the
quite.
unit.
Oh my goodness me, what a night this has been. This is, is
Oh, what a
it too
night.
early to start drinking? Responsibly, of course. No, I never drink and drive anyway, because...
You'd spill it.
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. People say I have a drinking problem. I drink, I fall down. What's the problem with that?
Nothing. Hey, do me a favour.
Sure.
speak in that Russian accent that you do.
Shall I? Okay.
Yes.
So, so this is from the prologue of a novel called A Hero of Our Time.
Okay.
Герой нашего времени in Russian,
Yes.
by Lermontov. And it goes like this. Во всякой книге предисловие есть первая и вместе с тем последняя вещь. And translated, it means in every book, the prologue is the first, and at the same time, the very last thing. So it gives you a clue about what the story is, but it also gives you a summation of what the story was about.
Very good. Excellent. Well done. Very good.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Bev,
Pleasure.
for
Always
my
pleasure.
craziest night in television I've had for a very long
Wow.
time. Who says life's boring with Shop on TV?
Not
Thank
with
you
me.
so much for watching and for washing. Do check out on your steam mops while we have them. Once all of the stock has gone in a couple more shows, that will be it for a long time. And so that's it. See you tomorrow night. Bye.